Welcome. Welcome, everybody, to the Aftermarket live chat presented by none other than who? American Dream Trading. That's right. Founded and owned by Chad Christian, 30-year veteran trader in the stock market. And we are his we're his sheep. No, seriously, welcome to the Aftermarket, guys. I see so many people down there in the chat. That is so freaking awesome. Before you do anything else, smash the like button. Don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you so much. Got our regulars down there. I love you guys so much. It's so cool. I look forward to spending the early part of my evenings with you guys, just kind of chilling out, kicking back, relaxing. Remember, this is a stream that's been created by traders for traders for us to just kick back, relax, enjoy each other's company, cut up a little bit and talk about our day trading in the stock market, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And luckily we have a mentor and leader like Coach Chad Christian, because not only does he kill it in the stock market, but he teaches us how to kill it by teaching us how to get in trades, out of trades, and everything in between. So yeah, I tell you what, he's got some awesome moderators. AmericanDreamTrading.com. You need to go there. If you've never been there, type in AmericanDreamTrading.com. In fact, you don't even need to type. You know why? Because in the description of this video, there are 3 links every day. One is click here to join the panel. You can come up and talk to us. If you had an awesome day in the market, great, we want to hear about it. If you had a bad day in the market, great, we want to hear about it. Maybe we can help you pick apart the trade, figure out what went wrong so you don't do it again. Second one is AmericanDreamTrading.com. Okay, just click the link and go to the website and go ahead and get signed up with your membership. We've got monthly, we've got the yearly VIP. If you missed the lifetime VIP, I don't know what I can do for you. Okay, I don't know what I can do for you, but you can get it for the year for $2,500, and you can also get it for the month for $350. So you do the math. It would actually be a lot cheaper if you got the lifetime, but they don't have it anymore. Sorry. But hey, $2,500 for the year for all that's included. You got trading view indicators. You've got monthly workshop classes. You've got hot stock picks every morning. Not to mention, you have Coach. 8:15 every morning, we get a master class that is at least a half an hour long on the day's trades. We get pre-market strategies, and he goes over at least 12 of the major stocks with us and tells us what to expect in the market. That's what we get in VIP, baby. Okay, so if you have not joined American Dream Trading, you need to join. Go click that link. The third link, if you think I'm doing a good job, send a tip my way. The third link is a tip jar, and all tips are much appreciated. Thank you so much. Love you. Yeah. So what we do is we go ahead and do roll call. I'm gonna go ahead and let somebody in because somebody is already chomping at the bit to get into the stream here. Hold on. Looks like we got Mark McC coming in. Hold on one second, Mark. All right. We got Mark McC in here.
Calm check.
Yep, your comm is fine, baby.
Thank you.
L&T Motor, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. L&T Motor, what's going on? Future trader, I see you down there, honey. Can't wait to have you up here on the panel with us. Lord Bartos. Lord Bartos, I love it. Okay, here we go. Okay, nice name. Miranda, what's going on, Miranda? How you doing, baby girl? Miguel Lara, welcome, Miguel. Linda L, we see you. Steve-O! I love you, Steve-O. Thank you for coming, man. Machine Man, what is going on? The one, the only, Brad J. Welcome, Brad. Arlo, what's going on, girl? Joe, plain and simple. Joe, I love it. No frills. All right, KB, what's going on, baby? You heard Mr. Cox was killing it with JetBlue, right? I'm like, okay, that's KB's territory. I didn't forget. Jerry Greer, welcome. I like that. It's a solid, strong Jerry Greer. Sounds like a football player, right? Jerry Greer, what's up, dude? Bubbles, what's up, Bubbles? Love you, baby. Love the name. Bucket. That's no other way to say that, but Bucket. You got to do it. You got to do it. All right, we got. Oh, I like that. Patience for pennies. And I love the way you spell patience. No way. You see that, Mark? PaytI. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Patience. Patience. Love it.
She always has it that way.
David Giannis. Thank you for being here, brother. Thank you. Mark is like, yeah, okay. Whatever. Mark, does anything ever overly excite you?
Dinner, dessert.
It's awesome. Darn cricket, what are you doing here? Darn cricket. Love it. And then we got Bucket Arlo Farah. How you doing, darling? And I think that's it so far. All right. So what do we got? How many is that? That's 32. Let's go and see how many likes we got. 5 likes. Come on, guys. Come on. We got 30 people. We got to get at least 30 likes. Let's do it. Let's give it up. All right. So we need to get close to 10,000 subscribers. All right. Right now we are sitting at 8460. Okay. So 8460. Oh man. No. That's the wrong one.
86.
Where's the one I put? No, you know what? Thank you, Restream. No, thank you, Restream, for putting this, not putting my picture in that I put in there. It's 8640. I saved it in. I don't know what happened to it. It's actually 8640. So we went up.
Gained.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. It's always good when it's a game. Oh, I'm gonna have to come out of this hoodie now. I'm gonna have to come out of this hoodie. Mark, how was your day trading? Actually, let me get off camera and take this hoodie off real quick while you tell us about your day in the stock market. What'd you do?
I was up at 4 a.m.-ish or quarter till 4.
Sure,
My morning routine.
For those of you who don't know, Mark is probably the first one on deck in the morning.
Yeah, I haven't been lately. It's been quite a few in there before I get in now. It's growing. It's famous now. But no, I didn't do any trading in the pre-market today because I had unsettled funds plus the funds that I did have I wanted to reserve for the main market again today.
Gotcha.
So, but the thing that I enjoyed more than anything was, and everybody's starting to do it now, is that we help each other out. The ones that are in trades, we're watching the order books for them. If you don't know how to read an order book pre-market, come in with us and you can see it in action because you don't see it once the market opens. We don't really deal with it that much. So you can learn how to read that order book so it's another tool
It's
for
an
getting in and
invaluable
out of
tool.
trades. Yeah, especially in pre-market because you don't have stops and things. So, if you don't know the L2 book, encourage you to come in the morning. You don't have to be there at 4. You should be. Can't make money when you're sleeping.
That's
And
right. Let them know.
but people pop in, 5:00, 5:36, 7:00, whatever. We had what 200 in there at one point, over 200, I think, at one point today. So that was good. And so it's just as exciting watching other people make money. And somebody asks a question about, well, what should I get in? And then everybody can look at the L2 book and figure out how you arrive at the conclusion for a good entry point on a stock you know nothing about, and it's in the pre-market and you don't have any stops either. So it's a little
Yeah.
more risky that way. But it's really not. It's because the order book is like a cheat code book. It tells you everything you need to know right there. And as you know, Nate's 3 times
Nate's a guru.
1 mil, and that's all he does is a pre-market using that L2 book, trading stocks. He's done it 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock every morning, and he goes about his business. So we're all learning a lot, and it's exciting to see other people coming in there also learning from him. He's really
Absolutely.
drawing the crowd. His expertise and the word is spreading. And we're all learning now. Now we're able to spout off the things that Nate has taught us, and of course the coach. He learned it all from the coach. But it was good. Hey, there's our model.
I had to come
Pops
in.
in.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I
See
had
you
to.
modeling today.
I promised Coach and Dawn that as soon as I got the hat and the hoodie, I would model it up. So
You
here
already
we
There you
got
go.
it?
Here's your chance. Here's your chance.
Woo!
You didn't know he posted on Discord
Work at
also with his
a news
merch.
station. That's my
Okay.
my company car there. The old.
Looking good. Looking good.
But I promised you I would come on. I'm not big on camera like this. So I said the first day it comes in, I took a picture and put it in the. I posted some pictures in the Discord. I don't know if y'all saw
Yeah,
them.
we saw him. Yep,
Yeah,
I
and
saw him.
Coach was like, "Hey, can I post it?" I was like, "Absolutely, you can post it somewhere. I will
that
model
is
anything
amazing,
you
dude.
want. I will be
That
the
looks
model."
good, honey.
I love it, and the white matches like the white on the hoodie. So like the black, because yours is black and black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
mine
so
is,
I
black
like
and
the
black.
white because it kind of matches the hoodie there. I kind of want to get some more stuff because honestly, this is good quality stuff. Like anybody who knows me knows I wear a hoodie and a hat like every day in the wintertime. That's just what I do.
That's
But
me. That's me too.
yeah, I wear a
So,
hoodie
yeah.
and a hat every day, and it's usually a Saints hat and a Saints hoodie. So I'll change it up a little bit, give the American Dream training. I told Coach, hey, I'm a walking billboard for you, man. You send me stuff, I'll wear it. Now I bought this stuff, but I was like, hey, anything you want to send, you send it,
Yeah.
I'll wear it. I'll be a walking billboard for you.
Oh, definitely.
Good.
Definitely.
I even posted my profits and losses on Facebook. Made a couple $100 on Apple today, and I posted that with the picture of me wearing this stuff, kind of like a little free
Good.
promo.
Good for you.
Way to
So,
go,
yeah.
brother. Way to go.
Yeah,
You'll be retiring from that job.
Right? Yeah, I was telling them, I was like, I don't want to tell you guys, but I don't plan on being here in 2 years.
Here's the next thing you need if
Let
you
them
don't
know.
have it.
I don't
If
Let
you
plan
them
don't
on
have
know.
this, get yourself one of them.
Oh, that's next.
ADT
Oh,
coffee
yeah.
mug.
Yeah. You gotta
It's a
round
nice
the
heavy
picture out.
mug too. It's a nice heavy mug. It's not a cheap
Yeah.
mug.
I use it all the time. I put
Yeah.
fruit in it, coffee in it, you name it. Water, I drink and eat out of that thing all the ice cream, perfect ice cream cup.
Yeah, I mean, Coach was not lying. Everything is good quality stuff for sure.
It is.
It is nice stuff. So that I was very pleased when I got it today. Actually, like I said, I'm working, but I ran home for lunch when I got the alert on the package. I was like, let me go put it on and hop on Dawn's show.
And you were worried.
Yeah, I was like, let me just
When am I gonna get it?
When am I gonna get it? When am I gonna get it? And today's like the first cool day here in New Orleans too. So like I live in New Orleans and it's been like 100,000 degrees all summer. And
We got
like
two of you
cool day.
right next to each other from Louisiana, right there. We got Ralph right next to you. He's in Louisiana as well.
Ralph? Where's Ralph? I don't see him. I only see
That's Madman.
I'm not
Is that Madman?
Oh, that's Madman.
I don't see Ralph.
My God.
Phantoms, man.
But I think
you
Ralph
guys look
said
alike.
he's from like Lafayette area, maybe.
I think he did say that.
So
Yeah.
I'm going up
Sorry
there
about that,
for
Pop.
the elections on Saturday. I got to cover Jeff
There's
Landry.
Ralph.
There he
There's
is.
Ralph.
And first of all,
I'm showing off.
I want to just put it out there. I am a whole lot brighter than Cox. Like, I don't know where y'all got that mixed up at.
Ralph,
I don't
hey,
know.
Ralph,
It's pretty
It's
close.
it's just the truth.
that was
Pretty
It's
kind of
just the
close.
rude,
truth,
man. My
fam.
man was in the middle of talking. You
Yeah,
just barged in and
it
just
is.
shut
Oh,
the
I
It
didn't
is.
even
room
know.
I
down.
I'm
just said
sorry.
no. I had to
No,
clear the
he's
air
talking
on
to
that.
Ralph
I
about
don't give a
barging in
damn
on
if I
your
had to.
job. What you were saying, future trader.
Oh no, I don't care. I don't care. I thought you were saying I barged in. I was gonna say I apologize. I didn't
No,
know.
Ralph
No,
just
you.
cut you
And
off.
No.
Oh
no,
man, he's good. I don't care.
You know
I had to
he
clear the
he
air
don't
out.
have no
I
understanding
had to
of those
clear that.
things. You ain't got no etiquette.
I don't. Hey,
But
I don't. But I'm a
He
whole
ain't
lot
got no
smarter, bro.
etiquette. He don't
You
understand.
don't want to go there.
so I'm
Go
actually
ahead,
going
future
up
trader.
back to
What's up,
that.
man?
No, bro. I stay in Franklinton. I
Oh,
stay on the North Shore.
Franklinton. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
I said Lafayette. Okay, yeah.
No.
Go
That's
ahead,
not.
Hudson.
I
Go ahead.
wasn't sure.
That's probably like an hour from me, I guess. Franklinton. I'm in New Orleans area. How far is that?
Yeah.
About an hour. Right?
It's like an hour. It's like an hour.
Yeah.
Like an hour and a half. I used to work in New Orleans every day. That's why I used to drive to
Yeah, I
in
live
my
in.
truck.
I grew up in Kenner, and I work in New Orleans. It's all like 15 minutes from each other.
Yeah, right. I helped build the airport. Um, I used to just deliver to everywhere. I used to You say you stay in Kenner, Metairie?
So it's like Kenner's where the airport is. If you ever fly into New Orleans,
Right.
flying into Kenner.
Yeah.
Then the next city is
Yeah.
Metairie when you're headed to New Orleans, and
Right. I used to deliver to the Lafarge right there on Airline and
yeah,
Causeway.
off of Causeway
Yeah.
in West Napoli.
Airline and Causeway. That's why
Yeah,
I used
okay,
to
so
go
I
to that
live
airline right
near
there.
Causeway near the interstate though, near I-10.
Oh, that's where you stay at. Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's where I stay now. I grew up in Kenner, out by the airport though. So
Right, yeah.
Well,
so
now that
anyway,
But
everybody
yeah,
knows each other.
yeah. My first time
Mm.
on here. So, but I said, I wanted it the first time I came on when I finally had the swag, as they say. So I got my
You
swag.
swagging it, bro. You
I
swagging it.
kept my promise. So, but how did everybody do today? I didn't do too much.
Good.
I played Apple up, played Apple down, and then ran out of buying power. I should have played Tesla, but I was burnt like one too many times with Tesla, and I didn't hop on that bandwagon on Tesla today
We've
because
all been there.
I was scared. Like
this the
Yeah,
I've
you
seen,
don't want to do that anyway. You don't only want to trade what you know and what you have
yeah,
your lines drawn out ahead of time.
yep,
That'll cause you to lose money in a hurry.
Yep.
yeah.
Chasing
right. It
call outs.
will.
Don't chase
Awesome.
call outs unless you know
Yep,
a little bit about them.
yep,
Yep.
yep.
How long you been in the group? What's his name? Miller, what is it?
Hudson
Miller
Miller. I've been in this group
Hudson?
about
Hudson Miller.
7 weeks. I've been looking like I've been in the stock market since 2020 when COVID hit and everything crashed. That's when I got in and I just started buying stuff. I had a Robinhood account and basically I bought everything so dirt cheap. I got in Bitcoin when it was at like $12,000 or something like that. And so
Oh,
I
okay.
bought a lot of longs on a lot of stuff, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and that account just kind of grew and I just kept it. So now I'm taking that money and transfer it into Webull and doing the whole day
Good.
trade thing. But
Nice.
Good.
I've still got like a good chunk over there. I'm only taking like 10% of that account and I'm practicing with that 10%. And I
Yep.
literally just transitioned to real money. Like I got to the point where I was consistently paper profitable $300, $500, $800, $1,100, and I was doing real management trades. So in other words, I didn't put 100K in my paper account. I put 10K in there, and I bought
Right.
realistic options accounts. So I would buy like 2 SPY contracts or 4 Apple contracts so that I could get a realistic
You would
expectation.
play it like you did you would do your
Exactly.
regular money.
Like
That's how you should
regular
do it.
money.
That's
I was like,
perfect.
okay, well, I'm profitable like this. So now it's probably a good time to start transitioning to real money. And that's what I started doing over the last week. And it's obviously a little bit smaller gains, but I've been consistent with it. Like I said, I
Probably
played
because the
Apple.
timing's different. Have you
Yeah, I played
noticed that
and then
for your
played.
fills?
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
Your fill timing is a little different. That's probably why
it
you're a little
really
bit off.
is.
But if you're profitable,
Yep.
I'm so proud of you. That's awesome, dude.
And there's no stop losses in paper trading either, so you kind of
Correct.
go with
Right.
it. But
Yeah.
I feel like I'm taking over the whole show here. I'm doing all the talking. What's up with you
You're
guys?
new. You're the
I don't
new
want
kid
to
on the
listen to
block. We
Ralph.
love you.
Nobody wants to hear Ralph talk.
No, I was just thinking. This is the
Oh,
first
geez, here he
time I
goes.
ever met somebody, that's kind of. Well, we do have one other guy from. He stay across the river though.
Yeah,
What's his name?
I don't
He
know.
be having the white hat on. He stay
Just
across
make
the
sure
river.
you train more than you trade to start with, and follow coach's rules.
Oh
Can you
yeah,
name
Which
all
we're
of
about to
coach's
go over in
rules?
about 2
Can you name
seconds.
all of coach's rules?
small
Don't do it.
small
Yeah,
position size. Like, what are you talking
yep,
about?
yep, those ones. She's going to pop
One to
them
three
up here. She
percent.
does it
Show him,
every.
dog.
Yep, here
Dawn
we
pops them up every
Show
start
him,
of her
dog.
show here.
Yep. Don't lose more than 1 to 3% of your account. All that stuff.
There you go.
Good
There you
Boom.
deal.
go.
There
Good
you go.
deal.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
lose more than
yeah. I
1 to
know all
3.
those. Yeah, for
Go
sure.
ahead, read them off for us, dude. That's your initiation. Come on in.
Okay,
Read them.
coach's rules. Never lose more than 1 to 3% of your total account. If you have more than 2 red days in a row, stop trading. Go back to paper trading for a few weeks. Rule 3: if you're not a master trader, no scalping. Need to be a master at mechanics and know how to scalp. Use a 2-minute EWO strategy. Rule 4: 1 to 5 trades per day. No revenge trading. That's what I'm doing. 1 to 5 trades a day. Rule 5:
Yep.
position size. I'm going too big. No, I'm not. I'm doing 3 and 4 Apple contracts, and I
There you
can't
go.
see. Rule 6: I'm ready for options. I've been doing options since 2020. And then rule 7: use your stops. Yep, I use my stops. So good to go there.
Awesome. Thank you for doing
Good.
that, man.
That's
I
what I'm
knew
talking
those.
about.
I
See,
knew
that's how
all
we
those guys.
roll
I didn't
down
know
here.
them. I didn't know them
Ding, ding,
listed
ding,
out
ding,
like
ding.
that. Yeah, but I know them all. Yeah, for sure. And I tell
Follow
you
them.
what, like, I'll say this since I'm the new guy and y'all are letting me talk. And I told Coach this when I first signed up. I watched on TikTok for like a month and a half straight. Every morning it's 8 a.m. Central Time here. When he goes live at 8 a.m. Central Time, I watched Coach live every morning for like a month, 2 months straight before I finally decided. And I have been looking for a group like this since 2020. I've been wanting to start day trading. I had my Robinhood account that I just told you guys about. I had been wanting to start day trading, and I was like, no, I have not found the right community. I don't the right person that I trust. And once I found Coach, it was like something made me stop that morning and just watch. And then from that morning on, I literally watched every morning. And I think it's probably
Nice.
going to end up being the best decision I've ever made. Because, like I said, I've got a 2-year time limit here. Not limit, but 2-year timetable where I would like to be making enough where I don't have to work. That would
So
be
what you doing now? Sitting in the lakeside parking lot?
No, man. I'm sitting at
What
I'm
is?
in my news vehicle right now. So I work for TV News. I work for WDSU News
Oh,
in New Orleans.
all right.
I'm the chief photographer.
Oh, I
So
know where you at
I'm
right now.
so I can come see my car when I want. But I oversee like 13 other photographers and 4 editors. I make their schedules. I do vacation requests. I take care of the vehicles. We were just discussing elections in there, and I got a little bit of downtime, so I popped out here. But yeah,
Wow.
I love this job, but I don't want to have to have it.
You know the
Hopefully, in
news
2 years.
reporters,
Well,
WDSU. What's that? Channel 6.
Yeah, Channel
They got
6 is
some.
an
They got
a
them
local
twins.
NBC station. Yep.
Yeah, they got them twin
well, you
reporters. What their name
verbalize.
is?
Yeah,
The black hair.
Yeah.
They
yeah,
play
Travers and
baseball and stuff.
Fletcher.
Yeah.
Fletcher just called me and asked me, "Hey man, do you want to shoot the Saints game Thursday night in the Dome?" I was like, "Of course I want to shoot the Saints game Thursday night in the Dome. I'm a huge Saints fan, so there's some perks with it. You get to do some cool stuff like that. I shoot Saints games, LSU
I'm
games.
jealous, man.
Oh yeah, and you're on the
That's awesome.
sideline too. I'm on the court for the Pelicans, NBA
Wow.
Pelicans, LSU football, basketball, baseball, all that stuff. We cover it all. I've been to this. I've covered Super Bowls. I've covered national championships. It's a good gig. That's what I say. I really love my job. This whole 2-year thing. Like honestly, even if I had all the money in the world, I would still want to work a couple days a week because I genuinely do enjoy what I do. I really
Well,
do.
see, if you keep doing good at trading, you'll be able
Yeah,
to call the shots and do that all you want. You
yeah.
know what I mean? That's the beautiful
I was
thing.
working like 2 or 3 days a week, like part time, just to do something type of thing.
So
That
the
would be
Pelicans, you were down there when Lonzo Ball was down there, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I met all those
Mhm.
guys. I interview those. I'm in like so after the games are over, we go in the locker room and interview them. So I'm in the Saints locker room. I'm in the Pelicans locker room. LSU. They bring.
You ever talk to Drew Brees?
Oh yeah. I interviewed Drew a lot of times. Yeah. I've got pictures of me and
Nice.
phone. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's a real
Mhm.
nice guy. He's legit.
Cool.
Yep. So yeah, we that's the one thing. Like doing what I do, you don't get starstruck anymore.
Yeah.
Meet so many people, and I like before. I used to be in movies. I'm in 21 Jump Street. I'm in Pool Boys. I used to do movies a lot, and I was in movies.
Hey,
Wow,
bro.
nice.
Channing Tatum
Not
and
to
Jonah.
cut you off,
I'm in
but I
Focus.
used to hate when they filming the movie, and I
Yep,
got to
yep,
drive through that. They
yeah.
shoot movies all over New Orleans. The
I just
Hollywood trucks.
I
Yes.
started auditioning for parts, and for whatever reason, I always got cast as a cop. Always got cast as a cop.
You have that cop look.
Yeah,
I hear that, especially when I wear this ADT gear.
yeah,
I get that a lot. But yeah, you have that cop look to you.
yep. If you watch 21 Jump Street, the first whole 5 minutes of the movie where they're going through the training academy, I'm in
Yeah.
that. I'm in all those. I'm in all those scenes. I was a featured extra is what they call it,
That's
not a
what's
regular.
up.
Pretty cool.
But
Well,
yeah,
welcome to the ADT family. We are
yeah,
so glad you're a part of our family now.
yeah. Trust me. I am. I think I found the right place where I need to be. And like I said, I've been watching your show. I watched Coach for a month straight before I joined. Like I said, it's been almost 2 months now. So get
Cool.
month three, probably
Mhm.
I think on the 17th starts month 3 for me. So
Cool beans.
Good.
Welcome, brother. Welcome. We
Yeah.
look forward
Especially
to.
being young. Especially
Yeah,
being young.
yeah.
You're going
I'm not young,
places.
I think. How
Yep.
old do you think I am?
32.
Everybody says that. I'm not that young. I am actually 41.
Oh my God,
Are
you're an
you
old man.
serious?
You
I,
know what?
I'm
He
younger than
looks.
you.
He's like Bruno. Bruno's got like the
Yeah.
same age, and he's got that
Yeah.
young
Well, I'm gonna
Looks
be
like a
je ne
kid.
41
sais
next
quoi
well,
month.
about him.
I thought the position would give it away because, like, just to be a chief, you have to have so many years experience in the field. So
Yeah.
being like a
Yeah.
chief photographer, you can't just be like 25 years old and get that job. You have to have that experience. So I've been doing this for 17 years. What I do.
That's pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So, but everybody
So wait,
because everybody says I look like I'm 32 to 33 ish, maybe some 35s. Every now and then somebody will throw me a bone and say, "You look like you're less than 30." I'm like, "No, I know I don't look less than
I
30."
know. I say the same
But
thing. I get that a
I,
lot too. I say
I
the
can
same
see
thing.
why people say 32, 35, but no, I'm 41. Yep.
Awesome.
So
Pretty cool.
It's good.
Youngster, you're a youngin.
what
Hey,
happened to
thanks for
Scott
joining
Walker?
us.
He
Keep
like a
coming back whenever
past
you get a
president or
chance.
something? What
what's
happened
that?
to
What's
Scott Walker? I said, what happened to Scott Walker? He a past president or something? Like
Yeah,
that?
he is. Yeah, he is. He used to work for us, and now he's I think he's a councilman. He's a councilman in
Yeah.
Kenner, I think. He's a Kenner City Council.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we were just talking about elections because October 14th, this upcoming Saturday, is elections for us. So we have our governor race, we have all the big races, and of course, as the chief, they put me on the biggest race. So I got to go to near Lafayette to cover Jeff Landry's headquarters, and we'll be there all day Saturday covering him. So we were just
So they got the water under control?
yeah,
Because I'm getting
it's
tired of buying
down
water
a little bit.
from
Oh, surge, yeah. Like I fly the drone
yeah.
too, by the way. So I'm the only drone pilot we have. So I'm the one who goes up and gets all the aerial shots with the drone. But yeah, it's
Mhm.
pretty cool to see from the air. But they've slowed it down a lot with the saltwater wedge, and
Right.
it's not going to probably
Uh,
get all the way into New Orleans area. And if it does, it'll be like mid-November. They kind of pushed all the
So they were saying they was gonna open up some type of river. They're gonna open up the Red River or
yeah.
something like
They
that.
like building pipes to like bypass the river with fresh water to bring it down. So that's what they're kind of
Yeah,
right now. They got the Army Corps down here and everything. There's always something going on in New Orleans, man.
it is. It's crazy.
Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm glad you guys found each other. Might
Yeah,
be
this is
able to
the
meet up
first
and have a
time.
cup of
Well, I mean,
coffee or something.
Well,
Well,
we're
he
glad he found
lives an hour
ADT.
away, but my girlfriend lives on the North Shore in Mandeville, so she's probably not that far from you either, where she lives up there.
yeah, I would. It's like an hour
Oh,
drive,
still
maybe.
now,
No, it ain't that long. That's probably like 30 minutes.
because she's right across the causeway from me. So yeah,
Right.
it's still about an hour. Yeah.
Y'all should come to the fair. They having a big fair
Which,
out here.
which one is that?
Oh, the Washington Paris Fair.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You ever been to it?
yeah. Gentilly Fest this past weekend over here on the West Bank. They had that.
Yeah,
Gretna
I think Covington had they fad.
Yeah,
Covington had a
Covington
fad
had
too.
theirs, and then Gretna
Yeah,
had their Gretna
yeah.
Fest. I said Gentilly, Gretna.
I'm starting to feel left out, guys.
Yeah,
Man, look, in
they're
New
like
Orleans,
Yeah,
brothers.
we'll keep it moving. We'll
there's
keep it
always
moving.
a
We'll keep it
fair.
moving.
I'm starting to feel left out. I need to go to Louisiana.
They got festivals.
There's always have something going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, always. They got
that's pretty cool.
conventions. And then, like I said,
Yep.
Saints season now. Like, so I'll be shooting the Saints game, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. So I'll be on the sidelines for that. That's pretty cool. And then Pelicans,
We'll be looking for you.
they got a preseason game tonight. Actually, I think the NBA Pelicans. I think they got a preseason game tonight. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think they got preseason tonight. So we're getting into the meat of our season here. November
Cool.
sweep stuff.
So that's you with the Jeep and the Zoom, like the black Jeep.
In the Zoom, no.
All right, that's
Uh,
somebody else. I don't know.
Picture. It's like me. I'm wearing a blue shirt in the Zoom. It should
Oh,
be.
I know which one it is. I know which one it is now.
Yeah, it should be for
Yeah.
Hudson Miller Zoom too. But in
So
the
yeah, I was calling you
Discord,
Future Trader, but Future Trader was in here yesterday talking about getting a hat and everything. And
That's
but
who
I've
I thought
definitely
that was.
I thought it was Future Trader too, but I'm like, no, that's Hudson Miller. I'm looking at the name. So yeah, I
yeah,
saw you down in the chat yesterday. I was talking to you. So
yeah,
yep,
yeah. I was in the chat
cool.
a
I've
couple
seen your
times.
name quite a bit through there. So
Yep.
Mhm.
thank you for coming and hanging out. Yeah, I know you've been coming in because I've called your name out a few times.
Yeah, and I sent you a little cash app too, if you remember.
I know you sure
James
did.
A.
Thank you
Victor, I
so
sent you
much.
on there. Yep. I was like, keep up the good work. Just a little something. It's a thought. You know what I mean? But a little, something.
Hey, that little something goes a long way. Speaking of
Exactly.
which, guys, that
Everybody gets a
tip
little
jar he
something.
tipped to is right
Yeah.
there in the description of this video.
If
Y'all been
everybody
light
Well,
lately. What's up?
little
Help us
something,
out.
right, that few dollars adds up if everybody
It
does
really
it.
does. It
they
really
do.
does. Hey, that's grocery money, man. That I appreciate
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Aaron Rod. There's a few people that Miranda always hooking me up. Marcus tipped, and I mean, you guys have no idea. You know what I mean? How
Yeah.
far that goes. So
Yeah. That's
because
good.
you guys have heard me with my personal situation. I'm working out of a hole. So trust me, every little bit helps. So yeah, man, appreciate it.
How's it going with I know you said something about your dental or whatever. How's that going to get your teeth?
Talking about my eyes.
Oh, your eyes. Yeah. Your eyes. Your
Yeah,
vision.
yeah.
So I,
Well, I've got to carve out some time to go to the doctor that I went to years ago when I was first diagnosed with whatever it is that they couldn't figure out that I had going on. They didn't think it was macular, but the cool thing is coach has offered to kind of, take care of things. So as soon as I carve out some time to go get it, see if I qualify for refractive lens replacement, yeah, we're going to see what can be done about that. So yeah,
I heard
but
you say that. That's what made me ask. Like just that
yeah.
right there, that gesture alone. If I didn't know anything before that about Coach, like that alone would make me want to like be part of this community, knowing that's the type of person he is. So
That's the type of person he is. He's always giving. He's
and
giving to
that
all kinds of
Mhm.
charities and associations and
yeah,
everything, giving through others. He's amazing.
and that's what I want to do too. Like that's what that part of this whole journey. Like
All of us do,
I
yeah.
want to help myself, obviously, and my family. But once I kind of get that under control, like the next thing is I want to start helping others. That's like
People
after
helping
obviously
people.
That's what we do. That's what we doing here.
yeah, and then
That's what's
start
People
so
helping
good
helping
others,
about
people.
this
whether
show.
it's with the knowledge that I learn or
Hmm.
it's financially. Like I just want to be in that position where I can help, and that's awesome that he's in that position and does do it. Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people make a lot of money, right?
Absolutely, man.
And they don't
Absolutely.
have to do anything. So when
Charge you,
people
you
do,
won't even talk to them.
yep.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Well, again, it's good to have you as
yeah,
part of the family. And I'm sure when we start getting into, covering things like that and having live events, coach will probably call on you. So you know
yeah.
it. That'll be cool.
That's what I do for a living.
Use your gifts and talents.
I shoot and edit news stories for a living. That's
Nice.
yep. So, but
And I edit.
yeah,
So we
yeah.
kind of got something.
You're doing a good job too. What system are you using? I meant to ask you that. What edit system?
Yeah, I use a few apps on my phone.
Just to ask. Okay, so you don't use like Adobe Premiere
No,
or
I
Final.
don't use Premiere Pro or Final Cut or any of that.
Oh, okay, yeah. We use
Yeah.
Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro,
I
and
know coach has mentioned DaVinci
Mhm.
Resolve, but yeah, no, I've never really I did have Adobe Rush on my phone, but I was so used to using other apps, like iMovie and Video Leap and things like that, that I just stayed doing what I was doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'll delve into that stuff maybe when I get the eyesight thing going. That's one of the main reasons I stick to my phone and apps, because it's a lot easier for me with
Yeah.
my vision to just work right from my phone.
And
So
honestly, like what you're doing, you don't need all this fancy stuff that I got. I got the big setup in there
you
with
really
3
don't.
all that. You
People are
don't.
like, "How'd you make that?" I'm like, "You don't
These
really."
nowadays are amazing. You can do some
Yeah,
good stuff.
yeah. And all it takes is an imagination,
Yep. You got to.
and a little bit of skill and some imagination. You can make a lot of these apps if you know how to think creatively. Do a lot of the thing, because at
Yep.
the end result is the vision, is what you want to get across to people. And if you can find a tool in that app that pretty much does the same thing that some of those more expensive programs do, use it. Or figure out a way to use it that they similarly use it to do other things. And it's a creative process, but I love doing it.
Yep.
So
Say this,
it's not
like
work.
even since you started, like they've gotten better and better. Every time I look at one or see something, I'm like, oh damn, like they changed that already. You're getting better and better. So I
Thank
actually just
you.
posted on my Facebook. I am nominated for an Emmy, so hopefully I win that.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
What?
I've got 2 Emmys, 2 AP
Oh, we
awards.
got to give him the bell on the Emmy. We got to give him the bell on
Yeah,
the Emmy, guys.
I'll find out this
Congratulations.
if I win, but I'm a finalist.
Mm-hmm.
For Emmy,
Okay.
so,
That's what's up.
I know
and
that's. I need to get some sound effects, Coach.
yeah, and our
We
station
represent.
a national Emmy as well. Our station did, but I'm personally
Mhm.
nominated for a story I shot and edited. So hopefully I'll win that.
Good for you.
Oh, I need to watch the Emmys. I want to
WDSU
tune
in
in
the
on that one.
building.
Yeah, we won nationally best. I think it was like best station, or I forget what the category was, but we won a national Emmy. They already announced it. We're running commercials and everything, so it's pretty cool.
Wow,
Good.
that's
But
pretty cool.
yeah, we got our
Speaking of
November
commercials,
speech.
don't forget to sign up at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Let's take a quick commercial break. Learn to trade and be on your way to becoming financially free. Go sign up now at AmericanDreamTrading.com, where all our services are easily accessible. And sign up is easy. Simply click the service you want and go. That's it.
It's very hard to believe that any person with any kind of vision impairment did that. You're lying. You're secretly this. It's not the truth. You see everything.
It's not, you don't need eyesight. All you need is vision.
Man, there you go, man. Those
That's
just
that.
like,
I think I'm gonna get that with a t-shirt.
hey,
I love that.
but man, all of your work is
Thank you,
perfect.
Cox. I appreciate it, man.
Perfect.
But you know what? If coach is gonna give you that blessing, you need to do everything you can to go get over there and see if you are eligible and you qualify. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that's a
that I'm going through some things that need to be handled right now,
yeah.
on
When
the
you
financial end. But yeah, when I get in a place where I can do that, that's the first priority. You know what I mean? It's the first priority now, but there's a couple things stopping me
yeah
from doing that right at this exact moment.
yeah
So,
no,
but
but
yeah,
I'm just that's awesome. That's a blessing right there. So
yeah,
that
because there's no telling where the editing can go from there. I'm completely stoked about that. Not to mention I can drive again, and I don't know. It's just
got your good mic and some
What
headphones.
Jimmy said that time. You be driving
You
around.
got
What state you in, dog?
right,
Right. What
Maryland.
state you in? It was like I gotta remember to stay out of Maryland.
He said, I gotta remember not to go there.
let me show y'all the what I shoot on. Y'all talking about cameras and stuff. Let me just show y'all what I shoot on. Hang on one second. Bear with me. So
Write
I'm in
this down, Don, so Coach buys it for you.
yeah, Coach buys this.
There you go. You need
Let me
that,
get my hand
Don.
out the way. Let me get my hand out the way.
That's overkill.
Oh no, she needs that.
Oh my God.
Coach,
What am I
she
gonna do
needs
with
that.
that?
What time is it in your show? Mark this time so Coach can see that.
If he gets you that,
At 40
this
minutes
thing
into the
is,
stream.
I would say this camera probably costs $40,000. The lens alone is $20,000.
That's a vehicle.
What? Wow.
We
I'll
are
take the eye
reporting
surgery.
live. We
I'll
reporting
take
live
the eye surgery for 400, Alex.
outside WDSU headquarters. We are out here reporting live.
Nice.
So I just wanted to show you that. But yeah, you got a
That's
little light set
amazing.
up and everything. It looks good. No, I think you're doing a good job. That's why I came on here, and that's why I wanted to make it a point to come on here, because when I think somebody's doing something good, I want to support them, and that's why I sent you that little cash app that day. That's why I've been watching. That's why I said, as soon as my gear comes, I will get on. And so that, I like to try to keep my word. So
I
I
Bro.
think
appreciate
Ralph,
it, bro. I appreciate it.
somebody said I'm gonna hold you to it. Was that you, Ralph? When I
Yeah, I
wrote
told
it
you.
the other
Yeah, I
day?
told you don't have to have your uniform on.
Yeah,
I said you don't have to have the uniform. Just come on.
Uh-oh, we got technical difficulties in Louisiana, folks. He'll be right back with us. What
Nah, that
happened to
ain't
Hudson?
nothing.
Must have bumped his
He coming
video
back.
camera off or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably hit the
it's good
button. Let's
service
see.
where
Let's make
he's
sure.
at. You have no
Wow,
problem.
how about that, huh? We got all kinds of peeps up in American Dream.
Talent,
Looks like
talent,
that.
For real.
award
There he
winning
man.
is.
talent.
Yes.
There he
I hope he
is.
gets that. I mean, that'd be so cool. You know what I mean? That would
For
really be
real.
cool. He might get
Yeah,
on
they
there
don't
and
show.
mention
Yeah,
ADT.
yeah. Well, they don't show that on TV, the locals and stuff like that. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
they just announce it on a list, and they all have their own little parties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
like
got.
WDSU though.
Hmm?
I got a boogie here shortly. I got to leave. I got worship band rehearsal here, 6 o'clock.
sorry about
So
that.
that's all right.
My
Yeah,
phone
we
rang.
wonder what happened.
My phone rang
This
and it kicked me out.
It'll
I
do
didn't even
that.
answer the phone. I tried to send it to voicemail, and it kicked me out. But I don't even remember what I was saying. I was trying to.
You were basically saying
I
that
was complimenting you, wasn't I?
yes, you were.
I was saying when someone's doing something, I try to show support, and
Try to
then
show that support.
I put in the group text that I'll come on when I get my gear. I did not expect it to come this quick. I was thinking it'd be next week. Nope, it came fast. So when you order something, it comes fast. It took
Yes.
3
It
or 4
does.
days.
Yeah.
It
That's
does.
it. That is it.
Get
But
yourself a mouse pad and all that
that's
stuff
what's
too.
next. That's next. I got this and this. I kind of I want to get a mouse pad and maybe
Yeah, it takes up the whole
polos. I
desk.
don't know if he has any polo shirts. I got to go look back through there, but
I think he does, doesn't he, Mark? I think he has polo shirts now.
yeah.
I don't know. I haven't looked lately.
And
I've
it
got a
got kind
shirt.
of
I got
cool.
a
This is like the
t-shirt
first
and a hat
time it's
and
been cool.
mug and
Yep.
a hat. Good. Well, it's good to have you with us. It's nice to hear some young people being
I'm just happy to
successful.
hear somebody that talk like me.
do I have a southern accent? Do I sound like it? Because some
Yes,
people say I
yep,
don't sound
yep.
like
I can tell.
A little bit.
some
It ain't
people say
strong, but
barely. I don't have no
Yeah.
very bad southern draw or anything like that.
No, you don't. You don't.
Yeah, it's like very little. But most people who are from Louisiana can tell I'm from Louisiana for
I
sure.
can tell. The
Yeah.
other guy that's from the one that stay across the river, he got it. He's
Yeah.
stronger than mine.
Hey, Ariel.
I don't know his name.
Yeah.
I know
Oh,
his
hey, we got
picture though.
somebody new. What's up, man?
Ariel R on the panel. Welcome.
Can,
Thank you for
can you
Ariel.
stepping
can you
in.
guys hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
we
Yes,
can.
sir.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Good
Now,
I'll
are
give
afternoon.
you a quick.
Good afternoon. I joined today. I'm glad to be part of the team. Thank you so much.
Brandon?
Did I
Brandon?
talk to him in the Zoom?
Hey.
Yes.
I believe I talked to him in the Zoom.
Today?
No.
You're new
new
to
are you?
ADT or new to here? You've been in ADT for a while, haven't you?
I've
Ariel?
been I've been watching you guys for probably about a month or two in the TikTok,
Oh,
and
Okay.
Oh, on
every
TikTok.
every once in a
Everybody finds
while,
on TikTok.
yeah,
yeah.
It's meant to
it's
be.
interesting. It's I gotta say today I had an amazing day. I don't have all the charts and all this stuff set up yet. I'm with
What did
the
you
14.
play?
I followed Tesla today and I put 10 contracts and I've been for the little I know and I made $840 in Tesla today.
Wow.
Good.
Good.
What's up? That's really good.
Woo!
Before you came
That's
on,
what's up.
Ariel, I was just being mad at myself that I didn't jump on Tesla because I don't usually play it, so I didn't. And I was like, man, I would have made so much money if I'd have played it, but I
I
don't normally play it. So
obviously I don't know all the rules and I was kind of nervous and I'm like I remember what coach is always saying, shit, when you see this stopping, and obviously since I don't know, I'm like, okay, 5 contracts out here, and then
Mhm.
it was
Yep.
it was good.
Yep.
50,
Make sure
40
you know
I
his rules and follow
I
them.
cheated. I cheated on Apple today. I did a small Apple contract, which didn't pay me too well. But I made $70 on that Tesla run today. So
There
Tesla
you
was
go.
the
yeah,
move, though.
I
Yeah,
jumped in
Tesla was the
Tesla.
move.
Yep.
I've played Tesla before and I've caught it on runs like that. And I knew I had seen that area for Tesla before. And the way that it was, I've been in Tesla when it's run like that. And it's like when it gets that momentum, it's like a freaking freight train. There's nothing that
Hmm.
stops it. And all I did
Yeah.
was get in and wait for that break to start happening. And then I got out. So I took $70 from Tesla. I'm not mad.
Hey, that's
I'm
Yeah,
not
$70.
mad.
I did the queues. I did. I was trying to. Here's what happened. I was in pre-market. We did from 4 o'clock on whatever.
Right.
So about 9 o'clock, I started getting sleepy. I said, I'm gonna take me a 20-minute power nap. Set my alarm on my phone.
I
Sat over
had
here
to
in my
too.
recliner, and well, I set the alarm for PM, not AM, and I didn't wake up. I woke up at 11 o'clock.
Ah,
That's a good
11
accident, I bet.
o'clock. I'm like,
I've done it.
wow,
Happy
it's
accident.
Tuesday. The market always goes on Tuesdays. It's always a good trade. I got to look and I'm like, doggone, look at the run ups I missed. And so I was so mad. So I
Oh,
just
I
sat
thought you
there
were going to say
and
you
waited
bought
and
them.
waited and waited.
Oh.
And so I'm watching the queues and I see Lee calls out the bad news on Netflix that, they've been cooking their books basically. They weren't accounting properly. Let's put it that way. So I'm like, okay, well, that's part of the queues. Let's see what happens. And it dropped it. Netflix went flushed. So the queues racked a little bit, but then whatever else happened there at 1 o'clock, I was already in the put when he said that because the EWO was already changing to red. So I put 20 contracts on the queues on the red EWO there around a little bit before 1 o'clock. And then Netflix dropped, and then whatever happened at 1 o'clock, I think didn't the president speak or something? I don't know.
He
That's
did.
when
He talked about
that's when everything flushed, and I doubled the value of my 20 contracts in 1.5 minutes when I had that big drop and everybody made.
Yeah.
So I doubled my money. It was
Way to
like,
go, Mark.
I saw
I was
that
like,
drop coming.
that's all right, I'm done. I got out. I went out and that was it. I was done. I had stuff to do, work over at the church and stuff. So again, being able to make that money and have the freedom of time to walk away and go do what you need to do. So,
It's a
well,
beautiful thing.
so I just got
I
back
got
here,
to.
got in the shower here about 4:15 to get on here, and I got to leave here in about 5 minutes to go over to the church for worship band rehearsal. So I play guitar. So
Oh,
I
you play
got a.
guitar?
yeah,
Well,
I'm
I'm a
gonna be.
drummer.
I know.
Oh, wow. Jim plays.
I'll have to give you a tour of the music room here one of these nights.
I have
I'll
to
grab.
let you tour mine. Yeah, we gotta ask Coach. Can we DM, dude? We can probably
No,
rock out on
I'll just
TikTok.
show it right here. I don't care.
Y'all
I'll
should
just
play
grab
on here.
my iPad and go up there and walk around the room.
Y'all should
Not a
play
Yeah,
on
problem.
we could jam out on TikTok.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't do TikTok.
So I had a question
Mark,
for
Yes,
Ariel.
sir.
For Ariel, have you been in the Discord yet?
I am trying to familiarize myself with the Discord. I am struggling right now. I'm gonna have to. I got a flying stew, the Portuguese
Mm-hmm.
flying
Oh,
stew.
Yeah.
Bruno's helping you.
Bruno.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're
I
in
am
good
trying
hands
to
there.
get the charts together. My charts, I'm having a lot of trouble with it. So
I
it
want you to
doesn't look like
look at
anything like Mark has back there.
I want
Well, don't
you to
Don't
look
compare.
at
Don't
panic. We
compare
got you.
anything to me.
videos.
Yeah.
There's all kind of videos in
Don't.
there, and I'm sure Dawn can play a few for you. They have the setup
Yep.
video.
Mm-hmm.
They have all kind of really good videos once you
Well,
get in the Discord.
I follow the
We got you.
instructions that I was sent, but I think maybe you guys might be able to answer. I think I have to. I went to the Trading View and I went for the 30-day free period thing, but I
Yep.
think you have to pay for the paid version because it doesn't.
Yep.
I'm on the essentials and it doesn't let me see the chart. So I'm like,
All you
what's
need
going on?
is the minimum, the 5 indicator minimum one for $12.95 a month. That's all you need.
I think it
And
is the
Okay.
essentials.
That's all you need.
Mhm.
5 indicators.
But
That's all.
Yeah,
you do have to be paid, not with a 30-day
Yeah, you
driver
gotta
license.
pay. You got
Okay,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
and
you
you
gotta
also
pay.
have to get the real time and the NYSE data as well.
Yeah, and get real time. Do your
Mhm.
30 days trial so you get 30 days for free, and then also make sure you're getting real time market data, which is a little bit extra as well. I think it's like $3 a month for the Nasdaq
Yeah.
and $3 a month for the New York
Yeah.
Stock Exchange. You can probably get by with just those two.
And I got a
Okay.
tip for you. So you're gonna get your free 30 days, and then you can wait till Black Friday, and they always run the sale.
Yep.
Not
Yeah,
guaranteed.
there's 3 or 4 times a year. Matter of fact, I just bought the highest package for the same price that I was paying for my middle package because they had it on sale 70% off. So, but that ended
I think I'm gonna
October
get that.
1st. You don't need the top package, but I like to play around with stuff. And you only need the basic paid one. That's all you really need. It really is. Don't, you know, I started that way and I'm like, well, it'd be nice to have this and that. And so,
Yeah.
but it doesn't make you, it doesn't make you a better trader to buy the more expensive one.
Sometimes too much.
Yeah,
I'm
it
proof
don't.
of
It
that.
don't.
I'm proof
bad.
of that.
Thank
No.
you.
Sometimes too much info is bad because you don't know
Yeah.
what to focus
Yeah,
on.
that's
You got,
true.
like
Right.
you have a nice setup, Mark. I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
I mean, your screensaver just lit up, but you have a very nice setup. I have
Yeah.
a laptop with a monitor next to it, like a 24-inch monitor, and that's it. And
Yeah,
I put
well,
the Zoom on the laptop, and I put my trading
I
on
got the
there.
laptop there too.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, but you got a
There
really
you
nice
go.
Yeah,
setup.
I got that. That's
Yeah.
the same laptop I got right there.
Yeah.
Yep,
It doesn't make
That's
me
all I
it
have.
doesn't
I
make
don't
me
have.
a millionaire, but it does what I like it to
No.
do. You
Yep.
know, it doesn't make me a better
Now,
trader. I got it more for reaction time that I can see. That's basically it because I
now,
wanted it. You know.
now I can actually figure out with you guys how I'm going to bypass the section of holding on to the tray for dear God.
Yeah. You
How
gotta
to
use.
stay in it.
Yeah.
What,
Ted, you
It
trying
need
to
was
the
get the
hard.
camera
I
diamond
on.
can tell.
hands?
Well, I got a boogie. I got to get to practice. I'll be back. It's usually over about 7:30, but you probably be done by then. So, yeah, I'll see
Yeah, I
y'all
gotta do
4
my
a.m.
other stream
Even if
Nice
tonight.
you don't
meeting
want
you.
to
Yeah.
trade at 4 a.m., jump in
We'll
whenever
see
you
you.
can between 4 and 8 o'clock, and you'll learn some valuable things, even if you don't make a single trade. And we all get to help each other out in the pre-market Zoom. It's exciting to
So
watch others make money. You know, and
there's a Zoom link for the 4 o'clock in the morning, or it's the same Zoom link.
yeah, you just
It's
use
the
the old
same
one.
Zoom link. Same Zoom link.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He creates
Thank
a
you.
new one at 8:45 every morning. So you just keep using the same one, and there might even be somebody in there right now. I don't know. I didn't look, but
They're
odds
usually
are
I
there
was
might
in
be.
there at midnight. I be in
Thank
there
you. Thank you
midnight.
for nice meeting you, and thank you for the opportunity to be with you
Good.
guys.
Hang
you
in
know.
there. Be patient. There's a lot to learn. And once you get your charts set up the way you want it, and you play around with them for a while, then you'll modify them and do things differently as time goes by. Just follow coach's rules. That don't trade if you don't know how to click the right button because you will lose your stuff. So make sure you
I
know all the
I
mechanics.
unfortunately been there. Yes.
Yes, make sure you know all the mechanics. So what are you using? Weeble?
No, I use TD.
Okay, well I don't know anything
Think I
about that, but
swim.
make sure you know how to get in and out and put your stops in and everything before you go making trades. And you shouldn't trade stocks unless you got your lines drawn on your charts too, so you know how things move. But anyway, I'll see you.
Thank you.
Nice
Thanks
to
See
so
you in the
meet
much.
morning.
Thanks
Mark.
for coming and hanging out, Mark. I'll see
See
you
you
in the
later,
morning,
Thank you.
bud.
All right,
Yep.
you know I'll see you in the morning, Mark.
Okay, so Ted, I'm gonna need you to send Coach a DM and see if he's cool with you being up here. I know you said you're sick in bed, but he wants the cameras on, buddy. So
Ted is
yeah.
sick. Ted got a
Yeah,
cold too.
yeah. I've been actually I did really well today trading, so I should just get sick more often.
I'm sorry, Ted.
Well, if
Net,
that's, I know. I hope you feel better. Jen just got over something
and
she
they
was
all caught
dealing
it
with.
from
She's
Nate.
feeling a lot better.
Yeah, so I tell you what, I don't know,
You sound like shit, dude.
a
Yeah,
couple
you do.
couple hours
You really
before.
do.
You do.
Thanks.
Yeah, you sound bad. Like
Um,
there's no faking that.
yeah, so a couple hours before close, I guess Lee calls out and says, Netflix stock is tanking. And he heard something on Lee Zynga.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah, I
you
missed out on
traded
that.
that.
What happened?
So I
It
traded
dropped.
that, and it dropped like a lead weight,
You got in a
and
put?
I got it to put
Oh,
160%.
So
woo!
Ted, what was the news? I know Mr. Mark said they was cooking the
Wow.
books or something.
He gets the
They
belt.
cooking what they was doing.
Yeah, they apparently misreported the number of customers that they have for the advertising numbers.
Mm.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that
See,
was
I was today was going to be a really great day for Amazon because it's Amazon Prime Day. And I did play, I made a little bit on Amazon, but it didn't go like I thought it would go. Like, did anyone else kind of think that way? Like, oh, it's Amazon Prime Day. Like, Amazon stock will probably be pretty good today. And it did kind
You
of
know,
go.
I heard that on CNBC, and I thought it might do something. I don't really play Amazon though, so I didn't really pay attention to it. But I thought maybe it might affect the stock a
They
little
probably
bit.
was selling into the news,
Yeah,
like
buy the
how they
sell the news. Yep.
sell into it.
So, Ted, what does
Yeah.
that mean for Netflix? Like, what they cook the book, so like, are there legal ramifications that they're going to have to deal with?
there absolutely could be some shareholder lawsuits, right? Because that
Wow.
almost happens as a matter of course for a company anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm going to look into it because here's the thing. I really had I got out of Netflix. I was holding shares. I got out of Netflix about a month ago. So glad I did. But the
All together.
yeah, um, I think going into earnings, as a matter of fact. So
Okay.
now Netflix is going to come up pretty soon on earnings, and what I don't know, it's one of these things where, sorry, my head isn't all that
I get it.
crisp, but it was one of those things that I thought I heard them say in the last call, and I promise you guys I will have this researched before earnings come out. I thought they said that the subscriber numbers were actually improved. Now, if they're saying when they're saying subscriber numbers, this is what they misrepresented, then that's another thing. But I almost got the impression that their paid subscriber numbers were due to go up. And they're so the advertising that's just kind of gravy. Their business model obviously is the paid subscribers. So I wouldn't necessarily, I didn't stay in the put. I sold out at the end of the day, and I'm just becoming a lot more disciplined about that. But tomorrow they could announce that they're raising the prices,
So I
and
will
the
say
stock would
what
go
I
through the
did
roof.
hear about Netflix is how like a lot of people like one person has an account and my sister uses it and my mom uses it and my girlfriend
Right,
uses
they're
it.
cracking down on.
Yep.
Crack down
Yeah,
on that.
they are.
So the numbers of subscribers
Yeah.
should go up because more people are now going to start paying. I don't know
Getting their
how
own
they're
Right.
And
subscriptions.
that's the
That,
impression I had at their last
yeah.
earnings call. That's
yeah, that's what rose the price the last time is whenever they came out with
Yeah.
that blocker. Remember whenever Dawn took a $5 call to $1,900? She
Yeah.
diamond hand that thing like it was the last
so.
piece of
So
paper she ever had.
if you recall, when did they start cracking down?
A couple
That
months
was
back.
before the last earnings, huh? Yeah, it was
Yeah, that
before
was
the
last
last
Yeah.
earnings
earnings
because
because
and I
the
mean
earnings
it
dropped the
definitely
price
came
down.
came here because well,
Yeah,
yeah, we've had
but
some family members that were doing it saying, "Hey, we tried to log on and not our account, but it's yeah, we're getting messages and so they definitely cracked down on it."
Yeah, yeah, I remember when they did mine. It was a couple of months back.
Is
And when
this
you
your
used to have like,
account? And I'm like, "Whoa."
yeah, you had to do like a little fill out and have your devices logged up to it. It
Yeah.
was just a few little steps and everything
Wait a minute.
that you
Let me
had to
take you
do.
guys
But
back.
after that,
Do you guys remember back in the day, and I'm talking back in the day, how Netflix started?
yeah, with the CDs,
Yes.
you used to, yeah,
I
yes.
used to order
Listen,
them. They came in the little non-rippable.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that?
listen, Dawn,
Dude, I never ordered it, but I
Dawn,
remember now
I
that you
did.
said
I
it, and you have
ordered
to send them
DVDs
back.
through
listen.
Netflix all the time.
Yeah, you had to send them back. I
One of the
remember.
No late
DVDs.
fees.
Yep, I remember.
One of the DVDs came in the mail for me when I was in Iraq.
Hmm.
Oh,
I was in Iraq for the first time, and it was like, "You got mail." And I'm like, "Who the hell sent me mail?" I talked to everybody I know every night on the internet. It was a damn CD. They hadn't
Wow.
charged me for it. I'm like, this thing. When did I order it? Because I think you used to have to like go online and like you pick like you have them
Yeah, you
lined
pick
up. So
like three
whenever
or
you
four
turn
of them
one
and they
in,
send them to you.
yeah,
And there were
yeah.
no
This
late
was before they
fees and
had the
all of that.
streaming service.
So
No late. Yep.
so my point is, and I just looked it up. It was August. So
In August, whenever they did
so
the crackdown.
this next Netflix reporting, it might be a good time to do a straddle, the day before, because
see which way it goes.
Yeah.
it could actually be a huge revenue spike of people who have college students or grandparents or that whole they're even if it's just like 20% of their subscribers, they want to get honest with Netflix. That's a
Hmm.
huge bump.
It
So
is.
Yeah.
so the advertising stuff, maybe Netflix was like, okay, let's get this bad stuff, this bad news out of the way before earnings, so that it doesn't cloud the earnings.
That's a good
Uh,
idea,
and
probably. Yeah.
and
If
so
they do that.
uh, I mean, I was gonna stay out of, I was gonna get out of my trade anyway, but I'm still I'm still kind of quasi bullish because we haven't seen the net effect of what that revenue is, and I don't know of anybody that's saying, oh, I'm quitting Netflix because they're asking me to pay my family members to pay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying that. Now maybe their family members aren't you know cheating or anymore or whatever, but or maybe they're continue to cheat, whatever. But again, it doesn't take a lot in terms of a percentage of their customers. um
It made them stronger.
Hmm.
yeah, so and by the way,
Mm-hmm.
i i I didn't hold it all the time, but there was a time when I owned Netflix at $29.
Wow,
What?
Ted. How much is it now?
And that was
Netflix is high.
$29 pre-split. I mean, so it was like nothing. And
Hold on, you talking about the stock or the subscription?
no, I'm
The
not
stock.
talking about this. So, so this is the interesting thing. Whenever Netflix would announce that their price was going up, there'd be a whole bunch of rumping. The stock would go down, and then they'd report, and the stock would go through the roof. It was this cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Just whenever that happened, we were like, okay, we've been on this ride before. And so this subscriber thing, I mean, raise your hands. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't have my camera on, but raise your hands if you're a Netflix subscriber.
I've been a Netflix subscriber since they was doing CDs.
Right.
All
Yeah.
right, red
So,
box sit
Don, are
down.
you a Netflix subscriber?
Yeah. Hmm.
So the informal poll, 100% of our group right here is a Netflix subscriber.
No, I'm not. I was
Oh,
getting it
okay.
for free.
Okay. But still, it is amazing the
But still,
impact. Um,
and then guess what, Ted? I heard the Disney uh CEO, they got the writer strike and everything. And he was like, well, since Netflix and everybody they watching their old stuff, well, we're just renting it back out to Netflix. So, when they come out with Disney Plus, that was kind of one of the things that dropped Netflix because, it's hard to beat Mickey Mouse. I mean, come on. They got a lot of content, so they
yeah, they,
snatched
they
their stuff off of it.
they call them Vault Disney, right?
Right. And so the if you ask me, the CEO kind of wrong. But anyway, he was like, I can't believe they asking for that and they striking. But we'll just take our content and rent it back out to Netflix and make money that way. I was like, dude, that was the wrong thing to say, you know.
The,
And do you
But what
know?
I'm
Very
saying
few
is,
people know that Disney Plus has not been profitable since the inception,
no,
and
you're
it's been
right.
about 3 years now,
yeah,
and they have done nothing but steadily lose on Disney Plus to this day.
That's why they partnered up with
Yeah, you're
Hulu,
right.
trying to get subscriptions
Well,
forced into people's
yeah,
hands.
they're actually looking to get
Mm-hmm.
out. It seems of the
Yeah,
streaming business.
Mm-hmm.
which is stupid because that's where
ESPN
everything is going. That's where everything is. Everybody's
was
streaming.
kind of like the backbone, but yeah, yeah. If they do that deal right there, Netflix gonna come. Netflix is the king when it comes to, I guess, streaming. Like they was the first ones to come up with it, right?
Yep. First one
Yeah.
through the gate.
All the
Yes, they
rest of
were.
the,
Yes,
Yep.
Netflix did it
yeah.
first.
You want to know? This is a funny
Mm-hmm.
story
That
about.
was genius. I mean, they were
It
you
was.
ordered
It
it. It
was.
started out you ordered it on the net, and you got the DVD in
Mm-hmm.
the mail, and then it actually became internet.
It was
No,
Yeah.
Netflix. It was Netflix, then Hulu.
so here's the deal.
And
Netflix started off. Their business plan was to deliver movies over the internet, and so they tried
mm-hmm.
to raise capital, and they did a calculation. It was just going to be really really expensive. And so they were stuck. They were like, okay, we've got this business. We know that it's a great business, but it's just way too expensive to stream, and the quality is really bad. And so some genius within Netflix says, okay, so why don't we just send out DVDs? Far cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's one of those really interesting cases where their plan B actually funded their growth.
Wow.
And their
Ted, hold on, Ted. So what you're saying there? Their initial business plan was streaming. Is this what
it
you're saying?
was. Yep.
Back then?
How do
Mm-hmm.
you know
Back
this?
in the day.
I saw the
Wow.
I'm in the industry.
I saw the
Oh,
documentary. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
in the industry. So I
so at the time with the tech we had, and not only the tech that we had, but with the technology that the general public had at that time, it wasn't quite
yeah,
feasible.
and they did an analysis that, let's just say, to do a movie, it would have cost them, maybe $5 for the movie. And they're like, well, we could just stamp out a CD or DVD and send it out to these people, like,
Right.
a male version of Blockbuster.
I was gonna say they did
Mm-hmm.
what Blockbuster should have done. That's how
Right.
Yes.
Blockbuster could have stayed alive.
Yes.
Yes. That's
They'd
how
have
they
done
could have
that,
stayed on the
and
map.
if you started streaming, you would have Blockbuster as your number one streaming right now. But they didn't adapt. Adapt or die,
Yeah.
right? Die.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's just one
And
of those.
in the beginning, they didn't even have their own content. They would just license out other
Yeah.
people content
Right.
that they wasn't running on like live TV, like old shows.
But
And
think
so,
yeah, and they compete against Blockbuster. And by the way, Blockbuster's business model was they were more profitable when people didn't return their tapes on time.
Because they charge
Yeah,
you
off the late
and that was
fees.
one of
Off the late fees.
Right? They'd
Netflix's
make the money off the late
Netflix is on
fees,
that too.
and everybody
And
was
Netflix will just charge you what it was like $20 if you
no,
didn't
Netflix
return the
never
disc
did
or something.
because
No late fees.
Oh, they never
all
did.
you did
Yeah,
was
no late fees.
Yeah,
That
I
was
know.
one of the draws in.
yeah, you'd
But
exchange
I'm saying you
one.
had the option to buy the movie though, like
Yeah.
because I think I
Yeah,
ended
you
up
had the
paying
option
for
to
that
buy the
one.
movie.
Buy,
But the whole
but
plan was so you
Mhm.
drop your DVD in the mail and you'd order another one, and the next one in the queue would get sent out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Um,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah. That's
and
yeah.
and
That's right.
that's interesting because if you think about it,
You know what? You're
Blockbuster's
right.
business plan was to frustrate their customers on late fees. What kind
And that never
of
works.
business model is that?
Yep.
It
For
almost
real.
One that
creates,
puts you out of business
yeah, it creates the opportunity for
Exactly.
somebody to come and provide better service, right?
with no late fees.
Yeah, and so yeah,
And,
it's
Yeah.
an amazing case study.
I'll tell you
and I'm
what,
gonna tell you what else they
as
did.
Blockbuster user and Netflix, beta, one of the, that is one of the
Hmm.
things that attracted me and frustrated me about
For real.
Blockbuster. So
Yep.
when I saw no late fees, I'm like, oh shit, because I mean, I worked all the time, so sometimes
Yeah.
I didn't have time to get it right
That
back
used to
on
be the main
time.
problem.
Yep.
Right. So I'm like, wow, no late fees. Okay, screw Blockbuster. I'm just gonna get it through this place called Netflix, and it comes right to the house. I don't even have to go out.
Yep. And then
So
Red
it
And
worked.
Ted,
came along.
I know you can relate to this one. Whenever it was VHS, they used to charge you for not rewinding the
Oh yeah,
tape
be
back.
kind,
I remember
rewind.
Be Kind Rewind.
Yes.
But see,
Hey, somebody mentioned Hollywood Video earlier today, and I don't know if anybody remember, or maybe this was a local thing where in Michigan or whatever, but it had got to a point where Hollywood Videos would allow you to make payments on your late fees. You could still rent videos as long as you made payments on your late fees. Anybody
Wow.
remember that?
I think
I don't
I
remember
heard
that.
I think we had a Hollywood down here.
We had one
Was it
too in
no,
Baltimore.
no,
It
it
was
was Friendly
David.
Video. It
David
was
said he
Friendly Video.
put up the electric signs in all
But I
the
seen
Hollywood. That was
Hollywood.
David
Why
that
did I
said
see
that.
Hollywood at?
It
We
was
didn't
like
have
the
no
little
damn
Hollywood
Hollywood.
sign, and they had a bunch of red neon in there. I remember that. I thought that was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I'd have seen it before, but we had
I
Friendly Video.
remember
We
when
didn't
you
have.
listen. I remember when you actually had to have a credit card to rent videos. Okay, you couldn't just walk in there and there was no.
Right.
You had to have a credit
I
card,
remember that.
literal credit card. Now, and then this
It
is
couldn't be a debit card either. It had to be a credit card.
debit cards were such in their infant stage,
Right.
to the public, to the general public, that they existed, but it was who
It wasn't a mainstream thing.
When you pull the
the
card
only
out, they be
people
like,
that had debit cards, the only people that had debit cards and prepaid debit cards
run
were
that press
people
copy off.
that were in certain industries. I knew about them very early on because my mother was in the travel industry. So therefore, that's something that when it first came about, we got up on. But yeah, I remember Blockbuster from its inception.
I always thought that prepaid debit cards stemmed from the bad credit industry and people getting, net spends and green dot cards because they couldn't get bank accounts and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, banks started providing them.
I thought it was the same as.
Well,
like
initially the
Wasn't it
prepaid
check and
thing. Initially, prepaid cards in the late '80s and things like that, because I remember this very vividly. But initially, the concept was if you could not get a bank account or something like that, or you couldn't get a credit card, your credit was bad.
And they would act as an online account for you.
You could. Well, it wasn't even online. It was no online.
Yeah, you would get an account and routing number.
Yeah.
With a Meta Bank or something like that. You know?
I mean, but yeah, that was for individuals who may have had individuals at a bank. Well, you got to understand there weren't a vast many, banks. It depends on where you lived and things like that. A lot of things.
We got Hancock
We've come a long way. We've come a long way.
Without a doubt.
And it's gonna just wait till AI takes over. AI is the future.
Yes, it is.
I mean, anything AI related, I got a bunch of different things. I've got some crypto stocks AI related. I've got some regular AI stocks. I think AI is going to be huge by 2029, probably 25, 29.
Definitely.
Actually, it's
already taken over.
It's going to be huge in Microsoft's next quarter.
Yeah.
Because this will be these are the two stocks that I was watching. Netflix, based on that price action, there could be an upside surprise, and Microsoft, because Microsoft introduced this last quarter a product called Copilot, which is basically AI for all the Office applications. So enterprises now can sign up for chat.
Yeah, I have I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yes, I have Copilot on my desktop now. I did an update, and all of a sudden I have this icon.
And all of a sudden you have it.
Right.
So this is one of those. This is one of those cases where Microsoft, within a few short months, is actually executing on an AI strategy, and it's not like future talk. And it'll be really interesting to see how that translates.
And I'll say this, speaking of my news station here, which we're owned by Hearst, which is one of the largest television station owners in the country. We just did some upgrade, and now we have NVIDIA. So NVIDIA chips are like in all our stuff. So NVIDIA is another one that's going to be, with their chips alone, NVIDIA and AI is just going to go to the moon.
Taking over.
But
that's
anyway,
the third one.
Yep.
The
I got to run, guys. I got to get back to work and finish up a few things.
All right. Well, thank you for coming and showing us the gear, man. We appreciate it.
Yep.
I'll be looking for you on the news.
I'm gonna try to listen for a little bit longer, but I won't be able to be online. But I was gonna say, Ariel, if you get in that Discord and check out a lot of those videos, she sometimes plays them on here too. So maybe she can play you some of those videos.
Every night we play a couple videos. Yeah.
Yep. But I just wanted to say I enjoyed chatting with you guys, and I'll come on again. It's not gonna be every day though. I'll come on again.
There you go.
Hey man,
we'll see you in the morning though.
But you're right about NVIDIA.
Listen,
long-term own NVIDIA.
Yep. Yeah. All right. I'll see y'all in the morning on the Zoom. All right, guys.
Okay, man. Have a good night.
All right.
Be safe.
All right.
Shout out to John Lee. I see you down in the chat. Edward Emberger. America runs
John
on
Lee
Diesel Dan. What's up, Diesel Dan? John Lee, Chris D, Eric Smoto. What's up, baby? I see Justin Turner down in there.
What's up?
What's up? Jay Rose.
Ted, you know you cannot do it with a cold. You can't do it with a regular voice. You cannot do it with a cold.
What's up?
Ted, I feel so bad for you. That's the only coach. I'll take the hit. I know he's not supposed to be on with camera, but it's Ted, man. Ted's all sick. So we don't really want to see that, but we enjoy his company. So
Area.
Eric Smoto, David Giannis, you guys gonna try to come up here? David, you doing some cheerleading? What's happening? Eric, when's the last time you've been on the panel, man? Come on. Come hang out. Tell us about your trades today. So yeah, Cox, you caught that, right? Stole $70 from Tesla.
Who Cox? Oh,
I did.
You. Oh, all right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You've been killing it, friend.
Yeah, I wasn't
Cox
supposed to
had a good day. I got to find out how he did it.
What'd you do, Cox? Let's hear about it.
Yeah. No, first of all, let me tell you, last night, so I logged into the Zoom when I woke up. I overslept. I woke up at like 1:30.
Wait, hold on a second.
In.
Eric, just scroll down and click on the YouTube video, and where it says about, click on more and scroll down, and there's a link to join the team.
It's the very first link. It says click here to join the panel.
Join the panel. There you go.
So look, Don, I logged in. The only person was on there was Cox. I said, what is Cox doing here? I was like, what's up, Cox? No answer. I played music loud as I could in the Zoom all night. You ain't hear that, Cox? You must can't hear me now.
It really does get interesting when you think about all that's going on ARM and Microsoft's move in terms of putting Copilot in, on their applications.
Mm-hmm.
How long before Chat GPT becomes part of your OS and the new battle? Look, so full disclosure, back in the day, I worked for a company called Netscape, which Netscape. It was a browser company.
Netscape.
Right.
Okay. I know Netscape. What is Netscape? I haven't seen that before.
So back in the day. I'm an old man.
Yeah.
But the thing is the famous story goes that Mark Andreessen said, "Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. Wait till you see what this browser could do." And by the way, someday you won't care about your operating system. You'll just care about your browser. And all of a sudden, Bill Gates said, "Wait, what?" And that's when Microsoft, came up with the famous plan to kill Netscape by, developing Internet Explorer. But
okay, all right.
That battle is not over, because now you've got a whole new battle waging.
Yes.
And
the office.
What?
Hold on. What we missed?
What?
I said clean up the office. She looking like it is.
Talking about me cutting off a good conversation.
Right, for some BS, right? Why you
Yeah,
all
for
up in
real.
what's behind me?
I
Cox,
felt like
you
maybe I
gonna
was
get
You
boring.
voted
walked
off the
you walked
island,
away
bro.
from the camera, and all I see
You
was
gonna
just
get
your
voted
room.
off
I'm
the
like,
I
island,
felt like I
Cox.
was boring the group. It's like the old man
For
saying,
real.
"Oh, back in my
No,
day, this is
I'm
how
we
the
was
shocked.
giving,
internet was
we was
done.
dropping real information.
Back in
And,
my day, the internet was in black and white."
no, that was important. I knew what Netscape was. Now I know that they got killed off, and I also know that Dawn needs to clean her non-dirty room. It's not. Ain't nothing. It don't need to be clean to me.
That looks great. You got the drum set.
It's pretty
Yes.
neat. A
You got
couple my
That
water,
you
was
got
kind of
Prince.
the
What's
joke.
Prince
my
called?
cat,
That was
and my
kind of the
hoodie, and
that was
a bag on the
What's
couch. I mean,
what's the
that was
Prince
the
called?
am
joke.
I having company or something?
Is that Prince?
Anyway,
It
since
is.
we
There's prints all around here.
What's
Cox,
the quote?
I'm
I saw you made
obsessed.
120.
What's the quote?
And there's
120%,
John
Cox.
Lennon right there, Bob Marley right there, Martin Luther King.
Did you trade SPXU today?
Are you gonna let the elevator take you down?
Never.
Never. There you go.
Tell
A lot of
about the
people don't know
120.
that that's a religion song.
Tell me about the
You knew
120,
that.
Cox. You made 120. I saw it.
What'd you say? No,
My
I ran.
headset went out
120%.
on me, so I gotta plug it in. So I had to unhook it.
I actually ran JetBlue up to 225%.
Okay,
Get
Nice.
out
that's
of
what's up. That's
Dodge,
what's
man.
up. That's what's
Wouldn't
up.
lie to you.
I know that's right, Cox. Get the bell
Well,
on,
then
baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
you win the trade of the day. I was only up 160.
And then
Okay.
I did JetBlue at 225%. I bought the contracts at 8 cents per contract, sold them at 24%, 24 cents a
How many
contract.
contracts?
That's what's up.
I had two. I sold one contract at 100%, and then I sold the other contract at the 225%.
Going off.
Did you
Listen,
did
and
you
then
get
I jumped in.
in?
Walk us
Look.
through because everybody's shouting out stocks.
What's up, fam?
Hey,
Then I
What's
jumped
going
into
on?
SPXU and got 39% out of that.
Did you
Nice.
get in with the EWO? Cox?
Cox, yeah. How did you
I
identify?
got in.
these stocks?
Listen, I got in on contract. I got in on the cheapest contract price you could get.
Did you use? Okay, was it a call on support?
Was it out of the money?
Say it again.
Was it way out of the money?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I sat. What? Waited. I waited in the weeds for the contract price that I wanted, and I bought it at that contract price, and I was able to sit and just hold and watch it go and go green. And when they say when you get up to certain points, you can care less about those pullbacks, right?
Yeah.
Because you're so far up, it doesn't really affect
It
you.
has
You're still gonna be
no
in the money
true.
when it
Has
pulls back.
has absolutely no effect on you whatsoever. So I bought the contract prices at the bottom.
Good. Well, good.
On both the SPXU. I got those. I got that. What was that? It went down to 11 cents.
Well, that's good, Cox.
The S went
proud
down
of you.
11 cents, and the I didn't catch the JetBlue at the bottom. I told Dawn about that yesterday. It went down to 6 cents. I caught it at 8 cents. So
Speaking of 4-cent contracts, y'all might want to look into like, for example, all the holidays coming up, like Target, Walmart, stuff like that. I picked up a bunch of Target contracts for January 19th of next year.
Yeah.
hold on. Is this Lolo?
Yeah.
Lolo.
I thought that was DJ Khaled. Lolo.
What's
I never
going
saw
on?
it. What's up, my dude?
So y'all might want to look into
I've
stuff
never
like
seen your
that,
face
man.
before,
I didn't
my
know it
brother.
was look IG3. He got like a new name. Got the hat on.
Right.
He got the full beard.
Yeah, what's with the red
Hey,
LA
I'm getting
hat?
old. I had to dye my beard. Remember, it used to be all white. I figured out there was some shampoo you can use, and it goes back to being like 10 years younger. I'm cheating.
How you doing, Lolo? Good to see you, man.
Good, man. Just here. Just what a day today, man. It was an awesome day.
Did you ride the Netflix put?
I did not. What was I in? I rode AMD and Spy all the way up, and then when it started tapering, uh, I got into puts. Made 17 today. Not a bad day. Not a bad day at all.
Grand?
17,000, yeah.
Wow, man, dude.
Oh, we've been killing it, man. I mean, still using the same strategy. You know, I mean, I added a couple things here and there that we personally use, but still using the EWO and everything else. Same thing, man, just to make that entry.
Cool.
That's it.
I'm doing something that I said that I was never gonna do. I don't know why. And who's the one that used to do it all the time? And I know, like Coach always says, the 2 minute, but I find myself doing a lot of 1 minute EWOs now.
What, like scalping?
No. Not scalping, just doing the 2 minute entry on the EWO, but switching to the 1 minute, and then just I guess watching for tapering on any channels, anything that goes on, and just the same thing, if it goes down, because you see it how it's gonna move more. You get more green, and you might get a couple red EWOs, but I mean you get more of one side than the other. Hey Eric, how you doing, bud?
Okay, so check it out.
Not financial tax or investment or
Not financial tax advice, and it's also not coach's advice either. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when we get in the 2 minute, he don't go backwards. Like I was going to the 30-second and the 1 minute, and I was chewing myself up. I started looking at that data, and it's way too much information for me to process. Now, if you're an advanced trader like you, I get it. But somebody new like me, I get in there and I start looking at all of that data, and I call myself cheating the system, trying to say, okay, I'm gonna cheat and see when, because it looks like it's going down. Let me get in there and see who's beating out the beat that sellers or the buy. And all it did was confuse me and make me get out of my trades early. So anybody who's out there that's new, if you're in a 2 minute EWO, do not go to the 1 minute. Do not go to the 30-second. Don't do it if you're brand new, because it will confuse the hell out of you. If anything, what you need to do is go to the 5 minute. If you're looking to stay in your trade longer, coach's strategy says go to the 5 minute. That way, once you're in there, you can see what's going on a longer time frame. It's like zooming out. And
Lolo,
if
you have to admit,
you're good to go. Don't go to that 1 minute. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it.
You have to admit that unless you're talking about like a big momentum swing where it's moving up pretty fast, you could get in a little bit early on the 1 minute EWO and have it turn on you.
No, but I don't get in on the 1 minute. I use the 2 minute.
Oh, okay. You use the 2 minute, and
I use the 2 minute, and then I'll go back to the 1 minute, and I got it from
1 minute for exit. Yeah, this is what we were talking about the other day. I would think coach would be against that because you're just looking at what your exit point's going to be.
No. Coach says if you get in a 2 minute, do not go backwards. How many times did he say that? Can I get some backup on that?
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah. If you
do not go backwards.
No.
But if you move up, if you start off in a 2, and you move up to a 5, don't go back to the 2.
Period.
I've been using when Ralph asked me the question, have I been using the EWO? The answer is yes. I have been using the 15 minute and the 1 hour.
But guys, I want to be really clear here because I think it's really important that what coach is adamant against is not doing a combination of a 2 minute and a scalp strategy. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. There is a point
because he says do not go backwards. It's not even up.
Wait.
Let's go. Don't go backwards. Period.
Guys, I didn't mean to start off. Every time I come in and start all kind of dumb shit, and then I get in trouble.
Yeah, let me
Then
finish.
don't
because
say dumb shit.
It's not dumb.
Let me
I mean,
no. Let me just
For
$13,000
you,
let me
it's
not
just
not,
dumb.
but
say
for new
this,
people, it is.
guys. A reasonable mind today, for instance, we were talking about Tesla, and somebody asked, Coach, when should I leave Tesla? And he goes, I don't ever tell people when to get out. Right? You've got to. I recommend that you shave, and he says things like that. Well, a perfect strategy for figuring out your exit point and setting the price that you want to get out at would be to look at a tighter window, right? Especially if you want out, especially if you want if you instead
The
of
idea
selling.
is not to get out. The idea is to stay in the trade longer.
No,
Am I
that's
not
not
right?
true. Not when it's going down. You do want to get out eventually. You
Oh,
have.
well, I mean, that's different conditions.
Well, that's
But
what
when
I'm
you
talking
get in
about,
a
Don.
Well,
2 minute,
that's
the
what
2 minute
she's
To get
talking.
out,
That's what
strategy
I
Lolo's
go to the 1
talking
the
minute.
2
about.
minute strategy states that you get in it and then you go to a 5 minute once it's proven it's moving in your
But
direction.
Don, when you're figuring out how to get out, you can go down to 30 seconds and say, "Okay, I'm out. I'm out. I'm selling. Market. I'm gone." I mean, you have to figure out when you're going to get out, and you're going to have to come up with a strategy.
True. If you're in a 2 minute and you, like to your point, you're looking to get out. But if you're in a 2
I
minute
think
and
that's
you're
what Lola
looking
was talking
to
about.
stay in it,
I think that's what Lola was talking about. Is as he sees the trend lines and it starts to fade. And we talked about this, Don, before. Is that if you're shaving, why not? If you start to see that arc, why not pick that as
I got it from
whatever?
Coach.
Yeah, I mean that's what Coach would
look, all I'm
recommend.
saying is when lately, and the reason why I'm so adamant about it, and trust me, I'm not trying to come off like a bitch or anything, but the reason I'm adamant about it is because I was told when you get in a 2 minute, if it's going in your direction, we didn't get all into if you want to get out and all of that. I was simply told when you get into a 2 minute and you're looking to stay in that EWO, then you go to a 5 minute. So
Okay,
that I got that
so
directly from Coach. So that's what I'm going off of. Now,
let's
anything else is
bring it up with
varying off
Coach.
of that.
I'll just say this. What if there was suddenly, like in the case of Netflix today, what if there's suddenly news that pops it down?
Of course.
Don't you want to tighten your
If
window?
it's news, then news trumps technical analysis, right?
Right, but
Okay,
I'm
there you go.
saying,
Then I would get the fuck out.
well, what if you don't know about the news, but what if the candle's indicating a sharp downturn and you want out?
Okay, then get out. That's you. I'm saying if I'm in a 5 minute and the 5 minutes not telling me to get, when I get into, okay, here's what I do. When I get into a 2 minute,
You wait
I
2
stay
minutes.
in it for about five. Let me
Come on,
finish.
you wait 2
when
minutes.
I get into a 2 minute, I stay in it for about 5 minutes. If
You-
I see that same trend happening for 5 minutes, I jump to the 5 minute and I don't look back.
But why wait a
So-
full 2 minutes if the stock is suddenly volatile and you want to get out?
To lose profit.
But did I say that? I said I wait 5 minutes and then I go to a 5 minute. If
I
it
think you
doesn't-
misunderstood.
But if
You
you wait 5
misunderstood,
minutes,
Don.
that would
I
destroy
think you
your profit.
misunderstood what the whole deal was. I mean, because of what happened last time. No, I correct. I said I make my entry with the 2 minutes, and then yes, if you're gonna let it run, just let move your stop loss to even money, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But if you want to be profitable, you gotta find your exit. Now, if you want to, and that's something that we got from Coach since day one. I don't know why it's such a big problem now.
Well,
all of us.
when you say
even
you
if
want to
you're
be
shaving.
profitable, can you not be profitable going long?
Not if you wait 2 minutes.
Absolutely not. Not if it goes against you. It's
Not
gonna
if you
stop
wait-
you
if
out.
Well, that's a completely different thing. You said when you get into the 2 minute, you flip to the 1 minute to see what it's doing. That's what you said. We can
to make an exit.
To make an exit.
Okay,
But
well,
I've
you
looked
didn't
at
say
the
that.
5
You
minute.
didn't
I've
say
looked at
that.
the
You didn't
15
say
minute.
that. You say you get in the 2 minute and then you go look at the 1 minute.
The 1 minute to make an exit. Once I think
Okay,
it's finished
there
running,
you go, to make an exit. Okay, well, you added that on there. Okay. All right. Because you didn't say that the first time.
yes, I told you that when it's tapering off, that's the same thing.
You got the wrong one.
No. Yeah, you're gonna be wrong by yourself.
You got the wrong one, yo.
I think that Lolo, that is absolutely sound, and I think Coach would agree. I mean,
I got it from Coach.
Yeah. So here's the thing: we talk
And I
about
got
the
what
2
I said
minute.
from Coach. So Coach,
No, I know, Don, but we
Coach-
talk about the 2 minute EWO, but 2 minutes is a lifetime if the stock's turning.
I'm a 2-minute EWO person. I'm not a scalper.
Wait, Don. I would
I'm not
suggest
sure
that when Coach said for you to not go 30 seconds, if the stock's turning, it might be good to go 30 seconds and figure out what's going on. I mean, and I'm not saying to set the sell. You can set it. You have to make a decision on what your exit point is.
Nope. Sometimes you don't.
Okay, so here's my thing.
You
the
just
way
let it
I
ride
do it, and
for another 5 minutes.
I listen to Coach. I listen to David. When I
Okay.
get in a 2-minute, what I do is I watch intently for levels. If it's a level where I know it may flip out, then I just watch for that level. I don't necessarily go to a lower time frame to do it. I mean, I'm allowed to do me like you're allowed to do you. I don't necessarily go for
but
time.
Don, I think, and we talked about this. Sometimes you hold on way too long, right?
Sometimes I hold on way too long back in the day. I don't do that anymore.
Okay. So what I think where we could just call this a done conversation, right?
Okay.
I mean, it's just philosophically, everybody's got their own style. You do you, me do me.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But I do think that there's a massive difference between what can happen in 30 seconds or 2 minutes.
Hey, if you're a scalper, I'm not a scalper. I can tell you I don't look at 30 seconds in 1 minute. I'm not a scalper. I'm a 2-minute EWO player. So I don't have to look in those time frames.
Yeah, but you're not looking at the nuance. You're not looking at the nuance of what that is all about, because that your profit could just be erased if you wait a full 2 minutes.
I disagree.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
I disagree.
Then bring it up at the VIP tomorrow, because I think Coach would.
I think we should.
Don, it's a very subtle nuance, but there is a point where when Coach is saying you need to shave, there is a
right shave on pullbacks in the time frame that you're in.
But how do you determine what the price to set with the shave? And this would be a great VIP discussion.
Yeah, it would be. I would love it.
Those levels wouldn't be at 2 minutes. They can be tighter because you're trying to get out.
But I'm not in. Why would I go to something tighter if I'm playing 2 minutes?
Because stocks change in value.
Move a lot in 2 minutes.
Nah, if I'm in a 2-minute, I'm not going backwards.
It's a great conversation for Coach to talk about the mechanics of exiting a trade.
Okay,
this would be a master class for Coach to go over, because I think it might light some light bulbs.
I wish Coach would come on here right now. Coach, if you're watching this, you might need to come on here right now and
Oh, wait, here's Bruno. Bruno's coming in to save the day.
Okay, come on in, Bruno.
Coach has always told me that, whenever you see the tapering off, it's time to go.
And he also says to get your hands, keep your filthy hands off the mouse. So you've got to, it's a fine line. And I understand Don's sincere attempt to follow the EWO strategy. But I do think that once you do see it dipping into the EMA cloud, there is a point you have to say, I'm going to take some profits.
And I do that. I do that. When I see a dip into the EMA cloud, I shave.
Okay, Bruno.
Yes.
Us.
I'm actually pulling into a parking deck, so it's.
I'm in bed sick, so you don't want to see me.
I'm in bed resting. What's up, Bruno?
Hamilton, you're exactly right, except if you're looking to exit. If you're looking to exit and you're setting whatever price it is that you want to exit at, you should have all the information that you need at your disposal. Does that make sense? Anyway, Bruno. Oh,
guys, I need everybody with cameras on it, with the exception of Ted.
Give me a sec. Hold on. Can you hear me or no?
Yes, we can. Yep.
Testing 1 2. Testing.
Bruno, we can hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's a little glitchy in the parking deck. It's a concrete structure, so it's hard to get service. So what's going on?
Not much. We're having a discussion about the 2 minute, and Lolo had said that when you get in the 2 minute, he gets in his 2 minute and he goes to the 1 minute. And initially, I didn't hear him say anything about when he's about to exit. So I said that, coach teaches when we get into a 2 minute, don't go backwards ever. Don't, when you're in a 2 minute, don't go looking at the 1 minute and the 30 second. I know when I was looking at the 30 second, and you have smashed me for this. When I go into the 30 second as a relatively new trader, it gets confusing and it's too much information, and I want to pull out and do all kinds of things. And instead of that, if I'm in a 2 minute, I wait the 2 minutes, I give it another couple minutes, and then if it seems like it's continuing in my direction, I jump into a 5 minute so that I can watch it from a pulled out,
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah,
And then if I'm still in the 2 minute and it's not quite 5 minutes yet, and it starts to pull back, I'm getting two contracts now. So I shed. I don't jump out. I don't go to a lower time frame. I shed. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. I
So
think
it's being argued that, well, no, you need to be taking profit and going into a lower time frame and checking and seeing what's happening just in case. So I'm saying I'm not doing that because coach doesn't teach
I
me that way.
yeah, I don't recall I mean, I don't know if coach has ever said to go switch to a 30-minute or a 30 second or a 1 minute. I know since he's scalping, he's on a 1 minute. However, on a 2 minute EWO, I think even for newer traders that haven't been able to check their emotion, I think 30 second or 1 minute is going to freak them out. It's going to freak them out when
Absolutely.
when
It
they're
did it for
riding
me.
when they're riding. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean if you wanna take a look, because remember, if you're looking at the if you're oh boy, if you're looking at the 2 minute EWO play, you have to remember that you're looking at the EWO bands and what they're doing at the bottom. So if you start to get that stair stepping in the right direction, or if it levels off,
Yep.
you're pretty much looking at the EWO band, because remember, he specifically said it. Was it this morning, or I got all my days mixed up? I think he said it this morning or yesterday, where don't even pay attention to the candles and what the candles are doing. Just if you're on an EWO play, pay attention to the EWO band, and if you start to see a reversal or a curl back or opposite trend,
Shave.
then and you're going to start shaving your position size. So I don't know necessarily if he's going to say absolutely not, don't look at a 30 second or a 1 minute. But if it's working for you, Lolo, and whoever else brought up the idea,
That's
then
what I
it is
said.
what it
I'm
is.
an EWO. I'm not a scalper. If you're a scalper, that's
Yeah.
fine. But
So-
coach
But
said
I can tell you,
adamantly, don't
but
go
I,
back if
but
you're in
the,
a 2 minute.
but the last piece I'll tell you, because I'll tell you this, right? Today I traded in the morning, and then I got up in the sky and I traded in the sky, and even trading in with the high speed internet in the sky, I never went to a 1 minute or a 30 second. I was bouncing between the 2 minute and the 5 minute. And
That's what I do.
and the only reason I stayed on the 5 minute is because I didn't want to scare myself out. But I understand your point, Ted, as far as like kind of knowing your exit strategy or whatever you had said before.
Right.
But I wanted to stay in the trade longer. So there was an EWO play on AMD. There was to the red and also a green. I played it both ways. I made an extra 3% on total account. But I never switched to a 1. But I saw the trends. I saw what it was doing. I didn't think it was going to come back up and retrace back to 110. I thought at most it probably will do half of that. So it was at like 108. So I said I had one of my lines drawn out in between the 110 and the 108. And I knew that as soon as it touched this line, it was going to reject off. And lo and behold, that's what it did. And I got out and I made my money because I was in a call, obviously expiring at the end of the week. I knew I was close to the end of the bell, so I didn't want to hold on to a contract that's expiring on Friday to hold it onto it for the next day. So I made more money on that play, but I never switched to a 1 minute because I wanted to not freak myself out, because on a 30 second you're going to see those candles are going to be bouncing all over the place,
I was
and
doing it.
the minute you see red, it's gonna freak you out, especially as a new trader. I think it's definitely going to play with your emotions more than on a 2 minute or
Very-
a 5
very
minute,
true.
because on a 5 minute it's steady, and if you look, like for me, I played AMD and I said on a 2-minute, the candles were much. There was more candles present than on a 5-minute. But at the same time, if I'm looking at the 5-minute, it's just so steady. It's just hanging out.
I
It's
completely
not
agree.
even.
I was doing
It's
that.
not even
Lolo,
moving.
to your point, I was doing that. And I got hammered for that because I was thinking that way. I was thinking, well, I can see more of what's happening within this section of time if I go back. But it was freaking me out. It was making me get out of my trades too soon. I'm not as experienced. So it was making
And the
me get out of
crazy
my trades too soon. So I
I just
And the
started
crazy
using the
part-
1 minute. It's just I think I get a better read. You get 5 candles to 1 5-minute.
I
You know what I mean?
completely get it. It's like
And
a
and that's the
smoker.
only thing that I've been doing. But I mean, everything else, like I said, I look for tapering, and Coach
Yeah.
taught me that a long time ago. I mean, I don't even remember how long ago that's been.
Yeah,
Over
I
a
get
year.
it though. Because there's
Um,
more info there.
Yeah, that's the only
Oh.
reason why. Like for example, if I'm in the 2-minute EWO to the upside and it's going, then you get you move to the 5 minutes to stay longer, but then you get some red candles to the downside. I mean, one red candle does
I'm
not give
shaving.
me any information like the 1 minute would. That's the only thing. I
I'm
mean,
shaving if it looks like it's gonna be long candles and it's a reversal. I'm not shaving if it's a pullback.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
it's
But
a
I
what's a,
think
shorter
what's
candle
Lolo.
a
if it's a
pullback? How do
pullback.
you how do you determine a pullback and a reversal?
Shorter candle and then like a longer candle. If it's going long, if I got me a doji and then a longer candle and then another candle, that's a freaking reversal. If you got a couple
Or
of
there's
shorter candles there, that's a pullback.
Yeah, or they're stacking,
retesting.
or the candles are starting to develop below the previous candle. It's not like
Yeah.
hanging out here. It starts to do this,
Yeah.
and then it starts to go down. So then you know that
Yeah.
sucker's.
If it's
I
a
mean,
double
I've
top
seen,
and it
I've
didn't
seen,
break that neckline, I'm not shedding or getting out.
but I think Lolo, the one thing that I want to mention is I think what Coach most recently, is he's trying to get people to stay in trades longer, and I think that's what
my
I
thank you.
I think
That's
because
my point.
because
That's my
and I
point.
didn't catch
That's what
I didn't
we've been
catch
being beaten on. So
I didn't catch.
That's not what we're talking
This
about because
is
I
a
said
lot
in
more
I said in
nuanced
a
than that,
trade
Don.
it was a 5-point trade
Oh,
from 330
we're
from
talking about
340
subtle nuance.
32 to 40 something or 30 something. So that's a long trade, even though I was in the 1 minute.
Now, aside from that, okay, so staying in longer. Now, if you go in heavy as hell, if you go in 20, 30, 40, 50 contracts, a small movement, you could be in and out of a trade.
Which we
And
should not be
even if you
doing.
follow, yeah, but a lot of us are not. I mean, now I am, but a lot of us are not going in. Well, I only speak for the select few that are going in with smaller contracts. So if they're going in with smaller size, they're gonna collect like $5, $10, $15,
That's the
$20.
difference. And you know what? I think that's one of the things that a lot of people like me, probably Don, I don't know, though, or whoever does not understand. Yes, the staying in longer, keeping your hands out, away from the mouse works with 1 to 2, 3 contracts. I was in with 100 contracts, and I had a 5-point move.
You're talking about a completely
Yeah.
different trade then.
So it's a
Yeah.
different it's a different mindset. So what you might need to look for is that
Something
1 minute,
small.
30 second.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're looking for the long runners or something that's going to allow. Granted, AMD did something similar today. It went down and then it leveled off. It hung out on the channel and then it started to climb to 110 today. I wasn't able to watch it all day, but imagine if they got in and then they switched to a 3 or a 30 second or 1 minute, and then they see the one little red candle that's kind of like because it happens with most stocks. There's a breathe back. There's sellers, obviously, and then all of a sudden, other people are just buying back in, and then all of a sudden, what you think is a breathe back or what you think is a reversal,
out prematurely,
and you got out prematurely because you're looking and it spooked you. And I get it, Lolo. You're
No,
going in much heavier.
Why not
you
set
were
us
here.
up for
but
that?
it's two
Bruno,
totally
what it
different
is, I was
scenarios.
just
You're talking
explaining that I
about
got in the EWO to the upside, and then I just got out. Got to the 1 minute and got out when I thought I seen the taper. That's all I said. Then
But
it'll get off.
I want to.
like
This
last
is
time
why
when
it's
I-
really important that
last
Coach
time I
hears
was
this
in
because
here.
I think it's important for 2 things, 2 reasons. Number one is, Coach has famously said, "Don't just sell." Right? If you're getting out, he says the best way to do that is to set a stop limit. And I would suggest that if you've made the decision that you're going to shed, I would suggest that you look at the candles of a 1 minute to determine a safe place for you to put that. It doesn't mean that you put it right at the level where the stock is. Put a little bit lower, maybe a candle lower, just in case it does pop up. But you
You're
protect
talking about setting a stop, correct? Obviously,
exactly.
setting a stop.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what
Yeah.
would be really, and Bruno, I suggested this to Don, it would be a really great masterclass for Coach to talk about the mechanics of shaving, right? He talks about shaving, but let's talk about the mechanics of shaving, because I think that would be a brilliant conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we can suggest that tomorrow.
And then the other thing that I think is important, what Coach is really, really, really wants to make sure that people don't do, and that whole crossing of the streams and mixing between
Strategies, mixing strategies.
yeah, because he keeps on hearing people chime in saying, well, I did 40%, and they're talking about a scalp, and he's like, why are you going 40%? You're in a scalp trade. So he's really trying to make sure that these new people are not mixing the strategies.
Yeah, because people do that. I did that for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think to reiterate, the 2-minute EWO play, you're setting a stop. Once you're above what you paid for it, then you slide yourself at what you paid, and then you forget about the 20/40. If you're way up in the profit, then obviously you want to give yourself. I use a combination of things. I look at ranges, I look at candle sizes, I look at ATR, I look at what the average price is per candle, and then I set it like, or I look for, believe it or not, there's still also support and resistance line on the option chart as well, to where
But
you can
can't
see
do that,
where
Bruno. Because Coach doesn't teach that. So that's what I'm saying.
What?
Excuse me.
A lot of the things that Bruno's saying. So what are we trying to do, Don? I mean, not me, but what I was trying to say is, even though there's a great strategy, like, I mean, it works for me. The EWO does work for me, but you have to kind of look into what you can do to be more profitable,
Right.
you know, and get out on time.
Now, Lolo,
or let it run more. Either or.
I want to make sure that everybody's clear that you're not talking about a 1 minute EWO as an entry point, because that
no, absolutely not. I don't even know if I can do that.
And
I know the video that Coaches gives us the training says
to
you
take
can use the EWO in any time frame except 1 minute to make an entry. That's what it says.
An entry.
I don't know if that video changed or not.
Yeah, I think most recently, like I said, I'll go back to what I said before. I think Coach is trying to condition people. I don't know who's got their mic open. Is that me? Who's got their mic open?
Is anybody
Christina?
else in an airplane?
That's Christina. It's Christina. What was I gonna say? Trying to stay, like, just like you said, you're trying to maximize your profit and you're trying to collect. But if you're doing the EWO play and you're going in and you're treating it, I don't want to say you're treating it like a scalp, but you're getting out immediately, then that's not really holding on to an EWO play. Yeah, it's just you're pretty much scalping, but you might have got in on a red. But I think there's been many cases. For example, today, I don't know if you were there, Lolo, or not, but Coach called out Tesla like 5 times. I even got in a Tesla, and I don't play Tesla. The man said it 5 times. I got in Tesla.
Late as hell.
I got in as soon as he said it the 3rd time. I said, okay, that's it. Then Mashulos jumped in and said, oh, I got out. And then Coach was like, why did you get out? It was a glorious EWO.
Glorious, yes, it was.
It was climbing. There was a little bit of a breathe back. There was red candles in between, but there was no indication to get out. So if you were in heavy, like 100 contracts, 50 contracts, possibly you could shave some, half of it, 20 of the 100, 10 of the 50, whatever you're in. If you're in 50, 20, you can shave on the way up. But I honestly took my eyes off of it. I went in, I made my money, I got out because I had bad luck with Tesla. I don't like Tesla at all. But I think we're trying to maximize the profits, like you said, Lolo. But if something is reversing and going the opposite direction, no, that doesn't mean stay in it forever. But I
Absolutely.
think that but if you have some breathe back, I'm telling you, I see this all the time. Where I start kicking myself because I'm like, why the hell did I get out? VWAP's right there. It's on an EWO. Or why did I get stopped out? Or why did I get out? Period. And all of a sudden it goes from 105 all the way up to 118 or 110, 118, whatever the price would be that day. And it just keeps going. But you constantly see, Ralph, you were there. You were there the other day with AMD. And I said, this sucker ain't coming back.
It ain't going down.
This sucker ain't coming back. It ain't going down.
Hey,
it ain't going
I'm
down.
You
I damn sure ain't going and looking at no other top rate other than like a 5 minute or more because I want to sit in it longer.
Now I get it. I understand it's not going to be like that every single day with every single stock. But when you have a runner, let the runners run and stop out the losers, or just sit patient. Honestly, I wouldn't even have to. I mean, obviously you can't, because obviously when the candles are developing, you don't know if this is going to keep going or if at one point it's going to reject and come right back down. So yeah, you could shave on the way up.
And that's the shaving strategy, right?
And it's okay. And it's okay, guys. I'm not offended that you, for whatever reason, Bruno said the exact same thing I said, and I got a bunch of pushback. But it's all good. It's all good.
Hey guys,
Brandon, listen.
He said the same thing I said.
Feel about the Golden Bachelor.
And then they went all fucking crazy again. Those were not my intentions. I swear to God.
You know I'm crazy. I'm crazy, man. And hey, my coach for you coming on here saying some shit on my watch. No,
it's okay. He says more hurtful shit than anybody else, so he should be fine. But what I was gonna say was, like, I just explained my entry and exit, and it just kind of fucking blew up. I don't know why. So
yeah, because that's a no. Look, the way Coach says it, he's been going berserk if somebody wants to go backwards. He said the other day, when you're in a 2 minute, do not look back ever. I literally, photographic memory, I remember hearing him say those words. So I'm like, okay. As soon as you said that kind of set me off a little bit. And if I was over the top, I apologize. But
no, you're good. These are the type of discussions that make us better, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
so
whatever works for anybody. I mean,
because I'm like, oh, here we go. You know, that's not the strategy. So
no, those were not my intentions. But
okay,
I'll be ready. I'll watch. I'm going to dinner, but I'll watch something that comes up.
You go to dinner, trouble.
We watch. Huh?
With the red hat.
Ralph,
and black beard. I'm gonna call you Blackbeard.
Yeah. See what a misconception.
You're younger now.
Is you trade a different way, man. You're going in with 100. You're going in with 100 contracts, and that's not against the policy. I mean, Nate does it in the morning. Whenever he goes in, he got an exit plan because he going in really, really, really heavy. But if we just trade it,
I don't make an entry unless I have an exit plan. I really do.
But we don't trade that way. If we trying to get the most out of the trade.
I always say that every day, Lolo. I always say you gotta know your exit strategy. I always in the chat. I'm always saying that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like we don't want to look for exit strategies, but when the time is right. And honestly, ever since Coach said to keep your hands off the mouse, he's been preaching it lately, and he's been telling us to stay in trades longer. It's been beneficial for me, and I'm sure there's other people.
That's awesome.
Again, I'm not saying anything that, you know,
no. Like I said, I was just like, I don't know how we got into all this bullshit, honestly.
I don't know.
You started it.
It was Dawn's fault.
Because you started it. You came in and said, I get him 2 minutes, and then I go to the 1 minute.
Yeah.
It was Dawn's fault.
It's Dawn's fault.
Another thing is the theme of our whole month.
Everybody's on my side, Dawn. Sorry.
No, they're not.
No, listen. The theme of our whole month is not going in so heavy. We're going lighter to get more gains. You know,
you got more risk. You got more skin in the game compared to me with 1,000, 2,000. I think the most I paid is $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
So 100 contracts. I can only imagine what that was.
Don't forget, Bruno. And you, better than anybody else, know that we started with 2-3 contracts at a time. Don't forget that day that Coach said,
we did.
Hey, it's time to, upsize.
Yeah.
See, I'm still at 2 contracts. I'm like not even. I'm still at 2 contracts, and I still got the training wheels on.
And I want to
You gotta
speak
take
on
him off,
that
dog.
because
You gotta take him off. You gonna stay with training wheels all your life?
Hell no, man. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna move when
you
the time
are.
is right. And
So
it's not right
when's
yet.
the time gonna be right?
Oh, it's gonna be right. Trust me.
No, don't wait for it. Make it right. You gonna wait
No,
forever.
don't rush it.
Don't rush it.
nah,
That's not
'cause
what I mean.
that's not what we want. That's not what we on right now, bro. Listen, Lolo, we had a
It'll
lot
happen.
of
Trust me,
we
it'll
have a lot of
happen.
we had a lot of discipline when we first came in the group. These new traders that we have, they going in with 30, 10, 20 contracts. They've been trading 2 weeks, you know, so they gotta pump the
yeah.
brakes.
Oh yeah.
No,
So
I
that's
traded
just
1 to
the
2
whole
contracts for 6 or 7 months, bro. Believe it or not.
exactly.
And
So
and
that's
Don's
what we
right.
trying
You know
to.
who's gonna know when you're ready? Coach is gonna know because he's the one that told me, "Hey, dude, I need to talk to you." And I was like, "Yes, go ahead, coach." He's like, "You need to start upping up your position." And I was like,
I heard that.
"Well,
I
that
was
week,
there that
that
day.
entire week,
Yeah,
I was
yeah. I was
scared,
I
dude.
was there
remember
I was
that.
there whenever he said that. Yes,
I couldn't do
I was
anything. I
there
was
whenever he said
scared
it too.
for an entire week.
No,
I'm
my
okay with my
problem is
20.
I'm not scared. That's why I'm in debt. So
I'm okay. I'm okay
I
with my
have to do it
20.
as a discipline because I will go in with big when I'm not supposed to be doing that.
Mhm.
So that's why I had to pull myself back because I have no fear of doing that. That's a problem
No,
because
you
I know
learn your
what
fear
I'm
real
doing.
quick when that
So I
market
got to
comes.
slow it down.
Hey, you learn if you go in like that. If you say you have no fear, you learn your fear real quick.
And
when
I
it comes
did.
the other way.
I did.
It happens.
Mhm.
That's the truth.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
Hey guys, I'm fixing to go to dinner and meet up with some bosses, but like I said, these were
All
not
right,
my
Lolo.
intentions, Don. I'll come back with a different name next time so you can let me in again.
You better come up with a
Have a
disguise.
good one. I see y'all. I'll be in the Discord tomorrow. I'm back home in Texas, so
with a
Good to
different
see you,
colored
Lolo.
beard.
I'll be back in.
Different color hat, change the beard up, maybe shave.
Maybe I show up with my San Diego hat tomorrow. Let's keep an eye
Right.
on. Have a good one, guys. Good night.
Lolo,
Lolo.
What's up, Eric?
is that E down at the bottom?
What's up?
What's up, E?
What's going on, Eric?
Eric with the cool shades.
Yo, what's going on? Just got
Eric,
out of the gym.
Eric gonna eat that cookie, and then what you gonna do with the last crumbs of the cookies, Eric?
What's up,
When you get
Cookie
to that last
Monster?
piece, what you gonna do?
Yo, Eric, where you been at, bro? Where you been hiding?
Yeah,
I've been going to the gym,
missing.
dude.
You been making a couple $1,000s and you just disappear?
No, man.
He
I just
been
been
office shopping.
I've been helping
He
out
been
my
shopping for an office.
I've been helping out my grandparents, just moving on some stuff, cleaning out their ranch. My grandpa has a lot of citrus trees, so after I'm done trading, I'll go to the ranch and I'll go help them cut the trees, rake the leaves and whatnot. I'll get the ranch all
That's
clean,
good.
go ride for a bit, then hit the gym. That's pretty much it for the most part. And physical therapy.
Future trader.
Counting your money.
That's good. Yeah, that's real good, man.
My next goal is to find a trading office out here in Palm Springs, in Palm Desert area.
Yeah, I heard you
I see
talking
you with the
about that.
camera,
That's why I
future
said he been
trader.
shopping for an office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it working.
Keys to the
As I
office.
promised.
Wait, guys, a lofty
Took
needs
me a
to be
little
really-
bit, but I got it.
A lofty. I don't know what you're coming. I think everybody traded profitably today. So if you're thinking that it says, I knew people were struggling, everyone hypes up the EWO, and hear the people say the truth that they are not profitable. That's not true. As a matter of fact, this would be the really wrong day.
Wait, somebody said that in the comments?
Yeah, I don't know who this person is. Maybe it's just a
No, today was a tough day now.
Lot
It
of
dropped.
people
They had to drop today.
were struggling. Everyone hypes up the EWO, and here the people say the truth that they are not profitable. Okay, so
That is absolutely not what was said
is
at all.
somebody going to take care of him or her, or am I going to do it?
Yeah,
Because,
and
you can't
then
be
it
in here
says every
saying
time I
stuff
come
like
here,
that.
people always say the truth on here. It's not the only day.
So what happened?
Yeah, well, what they just
So
said.
wait,
They
am I
said,
missing something?
yeah, what I'm thinking that they're saying.
Somebody
is that
misunderstood something. That's all. Somebody misunderstood.
I think the interchange on the whole EWO strategy got this person to
Confused.
yeah, they were just a little confused.
Yeah, that's all. It's a
Yeah, nobody's saying
misunderstanding.
EWO
So
is not
It's a
profitable.
yeah, full,
It's
misunderstanding.
full disclosure, I was in Tesla today, followed the EWO strategy. We can argue on what my exit points were. Fine, I did shave, but I shaved at a very big profit to the point that for my 5 shares, my 5 contracts, I shaved off 4, let 1 run, and that one was house money.
Using the EWO today, I was able to
Using
get
the EWO strategy.
225% out of my JetBlue. So
Yeah.
I got in on the 2-minute
and then-
EWO
and
with
it's-
Tesla and
And
got
then Netflix, I was up 160%. EWO strategy to the downside. So I don't know what you're talking about, but I tell you what, you
talking
just
about it in the wrong spot.
Man, why y'all trying to prove something to this troll? We know the EWO works.
Well, I think
Hey,
it's important
how
because
about
people
this?
read these
If we sit
comments.
down,
People
Hey, how
read
about
these
this?
comments.
Look where I'm going. Look where I'm at.
for real.
That's
Where
the
are you?
EWO right there.
What is
Nice. What's your strategy?
Altura Credit Union.
Well,
I'm about to deposit some cash.
Yeah, you know what? I think Eric's profitable. Would you say you're profitable, Eric?
Absolutely. You know, like, dude, it doesn't take me that long to make money now. You know what I mean? I get a couple of trades off of Spy and Apple, and I literally make what I used to make at Lexus in 1 month. I'll make it in 1 day, if not more.
Listen, I cut
That's what
the
it's all
market
about.
with $1 a day. All
Did
right?
you say
I
Lexus?
trade with
Let me
$1
ask you a
a
question,
day.
Eric. Let me ask you a question. Are you doing a combination of like scalping and then maybe sometimes doing the 2-minute EWO? Or you
I don't really scalp, Don. You know me.
you're profitable with the 2-minute EWO?
Yes, I look for breakouts. So
Nice.
I wait. Just the way that coach trades, I kind of trade similar, but I hold my contracts longer. The reason is because I have the opportunity to hold them longer. He's our coach. He has to answer questions. He has to look for other stocks. You know, he has to keep the show entertaining. So he can't really babysit Spy all day, because then the show will become boring. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So for me, I literally wait for the opportunity, just like coach, right? We wait for that breakout, whether it's support, whether it's resistance.
Yeah.
That's what we do, our pre-market strategy. And whether it breaks calls, whether it breaks puts, I enter. I look at my chart. I look at the 21. I look at the 55. I look at the EWO. I look at the volume. I look at news, what's going on overall. But yeah, 99% of my trades is just simply EWO. I don't really scalp. I'll scalp when it's a choppy day and there's hardly any EWO opportunity. You should know as a trader when there's an EWO opportunity. For example, Tesla was the perfect EWO opportunity. AI was the perfect EWO opportunity. So you just have to look for those perfect opportunities and enter with confidence, and then create a game plan in your head and find your exit strategy. Find its weakness as the stock is going up. It's not gonna go up forever unless it has some kind of news. Kind of like Netflix. At the end of the day, it has some kind of news. As a matter of fact, Netflix had the news during lunchtime. And during lunchtime, these stocks don't normally move, right? But because it had some kind of news, it started moving. Therefore, Ted was able to maximize some profit out of it because 1, he heard the news. 2, he created a game plan in his head. 3, he calculated how many contracts he was going to go in, and he calculated his risk management in his head within a couple of seconds, and then he entered his trade. So,
by the way, only 2 contracts.
That's all it takes. Whether it's 2,
but they're expensive, right? I mean,
it's okay.
That was a $2,000 bet.
Exactly, but here's the game plan. He successfully executed his game plan, whether it was 1 or 2. He did not chicken out. meaning he properly completed his game plan.
And I did. I mean, to Coach's credit, I did not sell when I saw it going back up because in my mind I was like, okay, that's the first wave of people that heard the news. Now there's going to be a whole nother wave of people that are going to panic and sell. And this is the great thing. You know, we're reminded of this all the time. This is psychology.
Yeah.
And you have to think about the psychology of the person that's sweating palms, holding calls or holding shares in the face of bad news. And you know what's an interesting thing about people's psychology? Like, and they've proven this with like gambling. People don't
Love
want
it.
to
I
lose.
love the drop.
We like to think that we like to
don't.
win, but no, the more powerful emotion is that they don't want to lose.
They don't want that pain. They feel that
Remember
pain.
that.
Listen,
Remember that when you're trading against
listen,
somebody.
I got something real controversial to say, and I probably get a lot of, but it's just the truth.
Hold on a second. Christina, mute your mic.
Christina.
You just want to pick on Christina.
Two things.
This is the truth lately.
Two things, Ralph, real quick. One, let's welcome our newest VIP member, this guy right here. I see you.
Hello.
Oh yeah, Ariel. Yeah.
Ariel, yeah, he was in here earlier. Yep.
Let's welcome
even in here earlier. Yep.
Our newest VIP right here.
Did you just join
Listen,
since
Ariel.
moving here?
This morning.
Nice, congratulations.
I got eyes.
We're gonna
bro,
get it set up. And guess what?
What you mean?
I got eyes and ears.
He
baby.
made
I got eyes and ears and
$850.
Yeah, he told us, man. He was in here earlier and he left and just came back. $800.
And the second thing was, because you know me, I like to do my due diligence. So you know, I wanted to confirm 100%, but Dawn is right. On a 2-minute EWO strategy, you don't go backwards. Carry on. Go ahead, Ralph.
No.
The floor is yours.
Ted.
Now I know I'm gonna get a lot of pushback for this.
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. I'm not saying going back. I'm saying, and I want to hear Coach talk about the mechanics of exiting, because that's a really important discussion. Because when he talks about shaving, we've never gone into the specifics about how to shave, and I think it would be a great conversation.
So
I agree.
I heard Lolo talking about the him switching to the 1 minute, and then he'll exit on his 1 minute. What's it called? Whatever works for you. If you're making money,
that's what I said. I'm not a scalper. That works for scalpers. I'm an EWO. I'm not going back. I'm not leaving my wingman.
But
I go to the 5 minutes.
How
The
I
5
was
minutes
trained,
make me hold on.
How I was trained.
Yeah.
When you enter a 2-minute EWO, right?
Yeah.
You wait patiently and you enter the 2-minute EWO, whether it's Apple, whether it's Google, and you ride the bars. Second bar, third bar is bigger than the second bar. Fourth bar is bigger than the third bar, and it's just a stair stepper, kind of like Tesla this morning. Your job is to look for levels at that point, right? Because the EVO is helping you out, but the stock is gonna hesitate as it's climbing up, and it's gonna reach a certain level, and it's not gonna like that level, right? It's gonna respect that level, and it's gonna either not break or hold, and then it's gonna bounce back to where it's supposed to be at, right? So understanding levels is very critical. It's helped me tremendously, if you will, and that you understand that by putting a lot of screen time. Screen time. You understand levels. I wish I can teach a class of the levels, if you will. I would love to. I find it just amazing once you understand the critical levels here. Bruno has a super dialed in already. Like he already has all this levels super dialed in with any stock, AMD, whatever he fucking chooses.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
I'm gonna tell you.
Can I jump in, Eric? I'm gonna jump in and piggyback on what Eric's saying about the levels. Today
I want to real quick. I don't want to forget Ralph. Ralph had something to say, so go ahead and then.
Okay, we're not gonna forget Ralph.
All right.
Ralph ain't gonna let us forget Ralph.
I got you, Ralphie. I got you.
Go ahead.
But I want to piggyback on what Eric said. Eric is so true, because All right, today, you know when you can click the
Okay,
little
so you're
thing?
still cutting them off. Can he finish?
Who,
Oh
Eric?
no, I let him go ahead. We're gonna come back. Oh, who's getting cut off?
Ralph, you have the floor.
Oh no, I was letting Cox finish. I was gonna come back because.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Cox. What you saying, bro?
Yeah.
You right, Eric.
Can I
That was
ask
it.
a question?
Awkward silence.
Can I ask a question, please?
I had that. I had it happen to me today, where I had my lines, my lines cut off, and I'm looking at SPXU, and with the lines off, I began to panic
Yeah,
because
it's like driving
I
without a
did
map,
had
bro.
no clue. I had no clue where it was going, what it was doing. And then I looked up, I'm like, oh yeah, and then I clicked the little thing and turned my lines back on, and it was going right to where I drew. It was going right to the levels that I drew, and it changed my emotions, and I was actually able to get in and make a play.
It's like jumping out of a plane without a parachute with no lines. It really
Excuse me
is.
for
Exactly,
interrupting.
and it's like you know how when you're driving in the road and then someone gives you the address to their house, right? And you have no clue where you're at, but you kind of have an idea of how to get there, right? And out of nowhere, you lose phone signal, and then you can't use your Google Maps, and you're like, holy snap! You start to freak out. You're like, where am I at? You kind of have an idea of where that person lives, but you need a sense of directions, and that's where the critical levels come into place.
How about this? How about we look at it like this? You know where the house is, but you don't know which driveway to pull in.
Exactly.
Are
So
you
having
guys able to hear
critical
me?
levels, it helps map out the stock better. It kind of tells you, hey, be careful here, because when it gets to this area here, it's most likely not gonna like this area. It's gonna most likely drop back down, or it's gonna most likely like resist here in this area. Um, but yeah, understanding the levels, it's kind of having a secondary map on your stock, and you can kind of like see your stock a little bit better.
A safety net. It's a safety net.
Speaking of the safety net, guys, don't forget. Let's take a quick commercial break here and give a shout out to AmericanDreamTrading.com.
If there were only one place.
Join our free Discord server. You can go right over to AmericanDreamTrading.com, get signed up, get yourself a membership. If you are in this chat right now and you are not a member of American Dream Trading, you need to go hit the link in the description of this video that says click here to join American Dream Trading and get yourself set up.
Hey, Paige just had a really good idea. I guess there's a video on
What
the
is it?
EW taking profitable trades.
I like it.
Now listen.
Let's do it.
I'm telling
Why don't
y'all.
you play that?
Hold up, before you play it, I gotta say something. Now, AMD is better than Apple. I'm telling you. I've been trading AMD for the last few days, and it's not because of
I've
Bruno.
been toying with
I'm telling
AMD.
you.
It's weird that you say that's like, okay, now that I kind of got this Apple thing going, AMD. I've been
At what
kind of
point
on
in
that page.
today's conversation did I tell you to trade AMD?
AMD.
I know.
AMD the direction
I was
and
totally
roll
laughing
with
when
it.
Coach said that the other day.
Listen,
Ralph, was that what you wanted to say?
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. It's a controversial topic. I know what it is. I've been trading both of them. All right, like I ain't been trading the options or anything. Like I got the Weeble. I be busy, but I got a long-term account, and like I get like partial shares or whatever. AMD got longer extensions than Apple. All right, and then it ain't so. Once it gets going in the direction, like you're gonna have one for up day, one for a down day. It's in the channel, but the channel is on a higher time frame. Well, I'm gonna just be honest. All the stocks right now are in the channel, right? They are in the channel. Everybody think that we in a bull run right now, But listen, the strength is still to the downside. We just came from a down move, and when you come out of a down move, you don't just bounce right back up. I mean, anything can happen. Most of the time, you get pushed into a trading range. That's what we in now, a consolidation. That's why whenever it ran up today, it got knocked back down. You know, but what I noticed that AMD does that Apple doesn't do is AMD get the whole extension. Like it goes all the way up to the top of the channel and come back down the next
It's
day.
like a baby
Like
Nvidia.
I ain't never charted Nvidia, but
Nvidia
I
runs
guess they
like
all
that.
run the same.
Yeah,
Listen,
Nvidia runs
you
like
might
that.
want to try to start. You might want to look at AMD. I don't know if it's gonna change. I ain't been on it long. I mean, I have been looking at the chart because Bruno put it
I'm
up and
definitely gonna
everything.
start looking at it. I'm not leaving Apple because I've gotten used to Apple. So if I can make money off of it, why not? But yeah, I definitely want to add AMD in there because I've been looking at it ever since Bruno's been killing it on there, and he knows. I've talked to him a couple times. I looked at and that I'll never forget that red day. I looked at that shit. I'm like, holy crap!
Hey, it
I
took
mean,
guts to get in there, Bruno.
wasn't so choppy. I'm like,
It
okay,
just
yeah.
dropped. This is what you have to
I
look
think I
out
need to
for with
look into
AMD.
some AMD.
So
Whenever the market first open, it's gonna be like a stop loss run or whatever. Whatever
It
direction they
feels like
go in
Apple is
after
more
that,
for a scalper
that's it.
anymore. AMD seems like more of an e-rower type of,
That's
you know
another
what I
thing I
mean?
want to say. You know what make me feel so good? Like Don, I don't know if you check your messages today, but before Coach started talking about that triple top, I said Apple because I heard you was trading. You traded something else today. What did you trade? Oh, you traded Tesla along with everyone else. But I
Tesla
sent you
and
a
Apple.
screenshot in the yeah. I said Don, Apple is gonna go up, but you got to be careful because in the pre-market they got two equal highs. That's up.
I
The
saw
price
it.
is
I did
gonna
look
run
at
up
it.
there
I
and
saw
get
that.
them. And so so it came up and it made like this cup, and then it pulled back real hard. And I was like, oh, I hope Don didn't jump in right there. And that's whenever Coach came in, was like, you saw the pullback, and then he was like, see, it went up too aggressive. I knew then because I was on the 5 minute thing. When it went up, I was on the 5 minute chart. I saw the pin bar form on the inside. So I was like, ooh, it's about to go run. It's about to run
Right,
that.
right.
It's about to run over that. You know what I'm saying? I try to get on the thing and say, Don, look, it's time. Apple about to break. I don't know if that was the pre-market
Yeah,
setup,
he sends
but
me
I was like, listen,
screenshots all
Apple is
day
about to
long
blow
of
the top.
positions where it
All
is
right.
and what it's gonna do. It's like a cheat code.
so
Yes. I
David
was like,
too.
Apple about to blow the top.
So newbie question here. If we're talking about the
Mhm.
EWO, and obviously I have to understand how the mechanics work on that. It seems
Yes.
to me that there is an entry point and there is a signal for an exit point on the actual EWO. So why not? I know easier said than done. Why not hold? You're gonna have a normal up and a little break back, and I understand. I'm not too new to trading, so I understand. When the candles start tanking and it's time for you to get out, right? Obviously, I understand the 50% shaving and all that. What seems to
Mhm.
me is like I will get nervous too. I will agree that the larger the amount of contracts, the more risks you're gonna have, and you better have your
Mhm.
pants on for that one, right?
Yeah.
So if
Mhm.
the smaller the contracts, the longer you're gonna hold. But why is it that if the EWO signal works, and let's say it works, all the time, why not get in and get out when it tells you to get out? Is there something that obviously I don't see or I'm not missing? Because I see, you're going to have your market fluctuations in between, but little pullbacks should not get people out.
So, and somebody
So
want to
you're
take this one
saying
or?
because the EWO really is a primarily an entry strategy. There's really not a set strategy on when to get out, other than when it starts pulling back, you shed, and then obviously if you see it
So
trickling down the hill consistently, you want to
Well,
get out of it,
he's
and definitely
confused.
when it flips color.
so yeah,
That
because
If you're
so
just going off the
if you get
EWO,
if you
that's
get a
not using levels or anything else.
no, if you get a signal for buying on the EWO,
mhm.
right, and it's
Yes.
able to buy,
Mhm.
wouldn't you eventually a entry level to sell? Use the sell side to one to enter and one to exit? No,
Well, the one that
doesn't
you
work that.
thinking about, the one that you thinking about is the one that we enter with whenever we selling like a put. That's the entry on the downside.
Correct.
Both of them are
Correct. So
entries.
ideally,
You
if go ahead, go ahead.
Do you use the trading view
okay?
indicators?
So
Is that what you're talking about?
I was trying to put them up together, but obviously I got once I finish here with you guys, I'm gonna actually go and pay for the paid version because obviously I can't get the indicators in and the free version. I can't even get any of the stuff set up correctly.
Right.
Ariel,
So
if
so
you
you
let me
went all
explain
the
it to
way
you.
until
Let me explain to you a way you can visually see it. Okay, so you get in on the Evo, the trend is going up, it's moving like this. So if those Evos go to melting down, you're so high up in the profit that you really don't exit right there. Like I mean, if you get so far up and it start pulling back, you might want to shave some off. What you're thinking about on the red candle part is we use that to get in on the put side of it, right? So the Evo looks like a hill, right? So once it
Right.
starts to melt down, you're up in the profit. So that doesn't mean that it's gonna go down. The trend is still going up, right?
But
You see what I'm
shouldn't if
saying?
in order for you to get a put signal when it went up and the hill starts coming down, wouldn't you get a signal
Mm-hmm.
if you grab it into a put on the top? Why
you
not?
absolutely would get a bear signal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And that wouldn't work.
That would be a
but
good point for you to
but
consider whether to listen to the bear signal because it could be a false flag, right?
yeah, the bad signal it'd be lagging, but whenever it gets to the top like that, that's your warning that the trend is weakening or whatnot. But most of the time, it don't be.
Okay.
When if you up so high in a profit, none of that matters, right?
Okay.
If it pull down a little bit and then it catch another wind and keep going up, you're just gonna keep riding it
It's
up,
another
right?
data point, right?
Yeah.
That you either listen to or you don't. I mean, the great thing about this is, I mean, we're having a conversation. Coach has always said that it's about your risk tolerance, right? The point that you feel comfortable exiting is probably. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. It said one of the streams was having issues. It won't be the same, right? You have your own idea of what a good trade is, right? And the point is it's somewhere between the height of the EWO, right, where it hits that pinnacle, and when it starts to go down to the red, EWO. You don't want to wait to the red EWO.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right, especially if it's going down below VWAP and all those kind of negative signals that, I'm not a big believer. You could, and some people do, right? But I'm not a big believer in that. I believe that that you should take, and Coach says this too, take the green trades.
No, I thought about it from the. Thank you for a great answer. Thank you for for the advice on that. Obviously, like I said, I'm new. I gotta go figure out how the whole thing works. But I thought about it from a perspective of entering on a level. Let's say it's going up, you get a signal to buy, and the opposite would be when you get the signal to sell. But you're absolutely right. It might be way too late, and then you came destroying the entire.
And it all depends on the because I've seen it start to dip down, but I'm still up so great, and I don't feel like there's a lot of energy going into the red EWO that I've ridden it through, a small weak EWO because I felt confident that it was gonna last. Again, set your stops and the great lesson that Coach is trying to teach us through this whole exercise, by the way, right, is to develop those diamond hands and not panic when you see the stock, going in a different direction than you want it to. And I think that all of us will agree with that point right there.
Oh, definitely.
Is that his main mission is to, and he has 500 people at different levels. His main mission is to preach, right? Spread the word. He has disciples that kind of take his word and run it forward, and a lot of the moderators are really good at passing on that. And David is becoming kind of a champ at the training. In the afternoon, you've got the afternoon show here with Don and the crew. the whole point is, he's trying to teach the skill of not panicking. And I will argue. It was so funny because I was looking up this the other day. I was thinking, oh, I had to have spent 10,000, because Malcolm Gladwell says you'll become an expert at anything if you spend 10,000 hours doing it. I've only spent 1,600 hours. Right? 1 year is 1,600 hours. Coach has spent the better part of 30,000 hours. Right?
Right.
So the wisdom that he's trying to condense into these classes is substantial, and he's laughing about it today of just how much he thinks that he's covered everything, and then the whole new chapter opens up because somebody asks a really good question, and it's all tucked away in his brain. But boy, I mean, I'm ever so grateful. I think a lot of us are ever so grateful for him imparting his knowledge. The world's a better place because somebody like Coach has said, okay, I could make a great living just sitting at my desk trading stocks all day. But he's been called to, in his different career choices, he's been called to teach, and he sees this as the best combination of his skill set. So we are so blessed to be able to take in what he offers up to us, and we just need to take those pearls of wisdom at the level that we're at, right? So if you're new, I would say be as rigid to the strategies as possible. Really lock down, know those rules, and don't deviate.
Absolutely.
And so what we saw today was the example of somebody that, like myself, is probably 1,600 hours, has tried to make it his own strategy, but it's not the coach strategy. So it's really important that you understand that the most effective way to trade is to follow the rules, especially in the early days.
No, I definitely agree, and I thank you for the advice.
And I'm just saying that, Ariel, because you're new, and I think it's important.
Yeah, so here's how long you been trading? Because I've gotta dip off here in a little bit because I got the other stream, but I'd like to play this video for you, Ariel, because it gives you kind of like an overview on the EWO strategy. So just take a quick look at this. This is an awesome video.
Here was your pre-market. You made money. Yay, great. That just made more than your day job. Awesome. Came back up, right? Here's your 2-minute. 2-minute signals here. We're way above VWAP. You're way above pre-market, right? Pulls back, shoots back up. Now you're above the 200. Continues to climb. I said this is all very heavy. I told you guys like 6 times, be careful up here. Boom, Super Trend told us, hey man, what's going on? You saw it right here. Look, it's rolling down the hill now. Like, hey, everything's indicating go ahead and get out. Well, I mean, on the break, you could be in puts. If not, you waited till here. That's fine. You're here. You made money. It came all the way down here. We saw the bounce off this 409.33, which we had already marked before as a support line. Then you saw that it was already moving here, started to fade. Of course, you've got to pay attention anytime we see something rolling down a hill, right? Flipped. Super Trend told you, hey, pay attention. What's going on? Tesla. Same exact thing today. Let's look at it. So it already broke pre-market. It pulled way back. If you made money, great. That's awesome. I know I did right there. Then same thing. Hey, Super Trend starting to alert us this could move. Guess what? Broke pre-market strategy to the downside, which turns this into what?
Support.
There you go. Just like VWAP, right? Because we already knew that was going to be a key critical level. It broke. You're like, I don't care, coach. I'm going ROG today. Okay. Bang. You entered in here. You're above VWAP. Now you're above the 200. Stair step into the upside. Never comes back. I told you it was all getting heavy. You got a signal here telling you directional change. You can see here it's starting to roll down the hill. right? Boom, you're into a put now, which is somewhere in here. If not, you waited your 2 minute. You're in the 2 minute. Bang, you made money.
You were asking about when to get out. He's going through all of that. You do get signals.
Because you put your stop in 25, 40%, it went green. Boom, then you went over here, got into the next trade. It's above VWAP signal. Told you. Plus, coach said as soon as this breaks VWAP, go ahead and get it. And there's your right here is going to be your support, and make sure you've got a stop just below VWAP, and now you're collecting.
You see what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, you do
Thank
get
you. That was
signals.
good.
But most, but look, though, Don.
The
Most
mechanics
of those,
of getting
well,
out
one
is
of them kind of didn't come back, but most of the time they're not gonna come back to support like that. Sometimes they go up, and then they pull back half the way, and then they go up for another leg, and they pull back half the way.
well, that's why you
And
shave.
so if
that's when you shade.
right, but I'm saying you don't just get out because the EWO start. If you so far up, you know,
Well, that's
it's gonna
what we
be different
don't
trading.
get out.
It's
You
gonna come
shade.
out. It's gonna come over time.
Yeah.
It's gonna come over
And
time.
you know what? Me, sometimes I may shave, sometimes I may not. You know, it depends on how far it comes down.
Exactly.
So,
If I was in Tesla, I wouldn't have been shaving into the middle of the day.
Right, and I'm just saying that it might be interesting to see Coach talk about the mechanics. Sure, you could shed, but why not shed with a little bit of breathing room? You know, set your stop limits just in case it does go back up. That might be an interesting topic.
Thank you for
How
all
long
the
you been
advice.
trading, Area?
you're welcome.
Been trading for a few years, and I lost my rear end quite a few times. So I found you guys, and I like what I see.
Okay,
So-
so check this out.
Okay, so you're
Where
not
I
new
got
to
that
trading,
from, where I got that from was if you go in Discord, there's a section, you've seen the education section in Discord.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so at the bottom of that, you'll see a section called training videos. Go in there, and that's where I got this. They have a whole slew of videos that they've categorized. There's like 50 of them that are just support and resistance lines. This section here was called EWO strategy.
Okay.
Yeah. And so
Perfect.
you'll see pre-market strategy, basic mechanics, EWO, support and resistance. Go in there and check those out. They are amazing.
Now, I'll leave you with this because I know you got to go. I for the last 2 months, almost 3 months, I've been watching you in TikTok. You know, in the early mornings when the coach comes out and all that. I gotta say, my trading has gotten probably a good 60% better, but just trying by the very little I've seen on the free side. So hopefully, I can move
Look,
to
I'm
the
going to
next
tell you a
level.
little personal story. I did maybe one trade before I came in here with a friend that taught me how to do options. I wasn't in any groups. So I had an empty cup and I wanted to get into trading full time. And I started going through, and you, like a lot of us, found him on TikTok. So I was going through TikTok and I saw him a couple days. I'm like, I'm not gonna. Went back, saw him again, and I was just so intrigued by his relationship with the people he was talking to and everything. So this particular morning, he did a pre-market setup, and I had like $100 in my account, and I saw where, it was like $110 a month at that time for a monthly. And I said, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna try this pre-market setup. And I got in a trade, and I'm like, if I make this money, I'm gonna join. I made the money on that one trade, not even knowing anything yet. That's how dialed in he was, and how just listening to him actually got me profitable. And I said, you know what? That's his. I'm giving that to him. I'm joining that group right now. And I've been here ever since, and that was January.
Thank you for the sharing. I will tell you this. I feel very comfortable. Life is a learning lesson. That's just me, right? So the investment I did today, it's a schooling for them. And the way I look at it is, I'm gonna learn from all of you guys, and I'm gonna learn from the coach, and eventually I'm gonna be able to, I heard the stories of the millionaires. Hopefully, I'll become one of them, right? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? So
that's what we're shooting for.
But
hey, you can
sometimes
still have
people,
a good living on a couple thousand.
Yeah.
And that's what I was going to say.
Couple hundred
Sometimes
grand.
people underestimate
Base hits
the
first,
little
right?
profits, right? Sometimes people underestimate little profits. If you basic math, if you did $200 a day, man, that's $1,000 a week for
Yeah, man, that's a nice living.
that's a for,
That's
Sooner or
for a lot of
later it
50K.
adds
people,
up, huh?
right?
Yeah, that's 50K.
Yes.
Yeah, and normally, I'm cutting it here because I do another stream on Tuesdays and Mondays. So, but any other time, yeah, even if we go into 8:30, we've been on here as late as 9:30. I would love to play more videos. I just got to get to this other stream that I've been doing for a year. So, but
No
yeah, if
problem,
you
no
want to
problem.
come in here tomorrow and we'll sit in here and watch some more videos. We can watch a bunch of this playlist, So yeah,
Thank you
come
And
for
on
your
back
time.
tomorrow.
if you if it's late at night and you can't sleep, log into the Zoom. I might be in there training. All right, you could do some
Yeah, we're
bar
around the clock
replay or
here.
anything.
Welcome to
Bar
the green team,
replay,
Ariel.
Thank
Yes.
you, all of you, and have a great evening. Thank you for your time.
You are so welcome. Thank you for being here and welcome.
And Miranda, you're absolutely right. That fortuitous moment when Coach's wife said, "Hey, have you ever considered going on TikTok?"
That was God.
That was
That was
faith.
God working through his wife right there.
Because that's how I found him. Everybody finds him on TikTok. Yeah.
Everybody found him on TikTok, right?
Yes.
That's so crazy.
And back in the day, remember, he used to do those really funny dances.
Mhm.
No, he didn't.
I'm like, what funny dances, Ted? Ted, you and I get into an argument like every week. I love you so much.
Did we get in an argument?
No, not
I
really.
think Lolo and you got in an argument.
Not even really that.
All right. Well,
But
it's all
anyway,
good.
I hate that I gotta go, guys. But
We're
yeah,
passionate about what we do, right?
yep. We just we debate, we discuss, we talk. That's what you
Yep.
do.
Coffee
That's how
talk.
you learn.
No big whoop.
It is how you learn.
That is how you learn. But guys, this was a really good one tonight. I like it. It fed the soul. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for all of your opinions, all of you things that you shared. Cox, I'm so proud of you. Keep it up, brother. I'm really proud. I'm seriously, keep it up. Keep it up. 200? Keep it up. And yeah, I'm definitely going to dip into some AMD along with Apple. I'm not leaving Apple, but I'm going to, because Apple's kind of becoming my crutch. But I
If
definitely
it's a
want to
day
touch
to Apple.
AMD.
Yep. And listen,
Just
if
as
y'all
long
need
as
some
we
help
don't
during the day.
Can I just say, can we just have a moratorium on mentioning Mullen? I swear to God, Mullen
when
is
Mullen
just
gets
driving me
mentioned.
crazy.
I hate when it get
It's
mentioned.
down
Thank you, Ted.
94%.
What is
Oh
with
my
this
God.
stock?
Yeah, man, I got
and
that
it just,
Is it
Mullen,
like
bro.
the stock that won't die?
Yeah.
Coach is laughing. He's saying when you get good, all the stocks are great to trade.
Right?
That's
I said that
true.
earlier. Remember when I said
Except
yesterday
Mullen.
about reading the pages?
Except for Mullen. What, Coach in the chat or something? What's
Yeah,
going
he
on,
is.
Coach?
Coach, why don't you come in and say goodbye real quick?
Come on up here just for 2
Don't be
seconds.
shy.
I gotta go anyway.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to the
Don
troops.
has to go.
Can he get in?
He's in the back room. Oh, yeah, that's true. Don doesn't need to go.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, if y'all need help with y'all trades, I'll be in the chat clowning a lot.
Matt
But
Tech.
just,
There we
need
go.
some help. Who is that?
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Can you hear
there's
me?
Matt Tech.
Yeah.
Matt Tech, you gotta stop saying scalpy,
He's coming in to
bro.
say goodbye to
You
Coach.
Scalpy,
Coach.
scalpy.
No, that's mismessaging, bro. New traders come in and they think scalping is
Come on,
easy.
Coach.
They get in and
Goodbye
get
to
their
the
face
troops.
ripped off.
5 minutes.
You know
What's up,
damn
Matt
well
Tech?
scalping ain't easy.
What's up, Don? Can you guys hear me?
Hello, baby.
Can you guys hear me?
That's my new song.
Yes, we
Yeah, I
can.
can hear it.
All right. Good, good, good.
Scalping ain't easy, but it gotta be done. That's my new song. Scalping ain't easy, but it gotta be done.
You make any
I
money
think,
today,
you know
Matt
what I mean?
Tech?
Coach is saying no. He said love you, so I think that means no.
$700
We love you more.
$739. $739.
Woo!
Yeah.
Good job,
Way to
Matt
go,
Tech.
man.
Good job.
Nice.
Hey,
Let's
we
get
will not
everybody
stop.
making $800 today.
We will not stop talking about Mullen. M-U-L-N. Mullen.
What is with this
Mhm.
stock?
I'm gonna tell you why Matt Tech doing so good. Matt Tech
Believe
took
it.
the precautions and paper traded. All right, he did all the steps right.
Mullen is the stock that won't die.
That's right. It's not gonna die anytime soon.
Wow, it's nice to put the face on. Look the hat. Look at you.
Right.
Matt Tech used to burn me up.
Oh, my
He used
next
to be
hat,
like,
I already got an ADT hat on the way. So.
Nice. Ha ha ha. Gotta get in gear.
Yep.
I think I want a white one.
I'm getting a black and white one.
Yeah, I think I'll get a white one. I think a white one would work. White one will look cool.
Yeah.
All right. I still haven't created this other stream yet. So, guys, thank you so much for coming and being a part of the stream. Don't forget, if you have not signed up to be a part of AmericanDreamTrading.com, the link is right in the description of this video. Go ahead and click that link and get signed up. If you do not have the wherewithal, at least get something a la carte. Okay, you can get the hot stock picks a la carte. You can get the workshop classes, the trading view indicators, a one-on-one with a moderator or one-on-one with coach himself. I mean, but you know, the pinnacle is the VIP. If you get the yearly VIP, and I'm sorry to say you just missed the special for $5,000 for a lifetime, baby. But if you get the year VIP, all of that stuff is included in there. So go straight to AmericanDreamTrading.com. If you know you want to be a part of this group, you know you want to be a part of this group. This is an awesome community. So come on and join us. All right. So guys, with that, I'm going to go ahead and cut out. If anybody's interested in 90 Day Fiance, I'll be on my channel in about a half an hour, about a half an hour. Come over there and hang out with me and talk trash about these people for about an hour. And we'll be back here tomorrow at 5 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard.
Don, Coach is going to bring
Don, you got
group to
unblock me.
98 Fiance. Coach is going to bring his men's group into your 98-day fiance.
Come on.
Oh, I forgot about Coach said he got a men's group. He be bumping Tupac and around the church people. He be NWA.
Stop.
Good night, all. See y'all tomorrow.
Coach coming up in.
Peace out. You can do the closing credits.
Yes, I'm going to put it on now. You guys have a great night. I'll see you guys in the morning.
Because people can